morning, everybody. Hello. It's Monday. The gang's all here. You know what? Just looking around, nobody looks rested.
Are you kidding me? I slept
feel like,
so much.
Well, I felt like this. Well, okay. You look fine. Somebody got the hair did on Friday.
Yeah,
okay.
Rafe and I.
Wow.
Lauren's looking fresh. I think everybody else looks like they were run through the ringer.
I think you guys look great.
The boys are looking haggard today.
Boys looking haggard today.
I am. I'm worn
I
out,
told
bro.
Scott in the kitchen, I go, you look gorgeous today.
Yeah.
Scott does look
Thank
gorgeous
you.
today.
Scott
That
looks
hair,
good.
man. Holy
I'll take
moly.
that. You guys are nice.
Yeah, Scott's got his hair down.
Somebody on instant feedback last week was like, Lauren looks so tired. I was like, you know what? That's just a polite way of telling somebody they look like crap.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that is a nice
I get
way of
that
saying
all
you
the
look like
time.
crap.
Yeah.
And I get
Super
it
nice.
all the time.
You look so tired.
Oh, wow,
Shut
man.
up.
You look tired. I'm like, nah, I just am old.
Yeah. This is the way I look.
These bags ain't going nowhere.
This is the way I look. I'm
You
sorry.
You guys do eye cream on this show?
No, God. Eye cream.
I think we should
Yeah, I love
start.
ice cream.
I do. Doesn't do anything, but
Oh, it does. There's a brand called, this is a plug, Origins.
Oh, that's the best
It
of the
is
best.
so good.
what does it do?
That's mine.
What does it do? It just makes you look. I mean,
Oh, what doesn't it do?
What doesn't it
Am I
do?
right?
Well,
It's
it's got some of the cleanest ingredients out there.
plant-based.
Yeah, and it's the son of, what is it?
I don't know this much, but keep
some
going.
famous makeup person. It's
Love
the son of
that.
Oh, Estee
This guy's
Lauder?
legit.
You
Yeah,
get
something
it
like
at
that.
Famous Bar, Macy's, or Origins.com.
And they always give you freebies with
Their
it.
tinted moisturizer is something to be dealt
Well,
with.
good to know.
I'm going to bring some.
I will not be buying. Will not be buying. No, I think everybody have fun-filled weekends.
Definitely busy, yeah.
busy.
Busy, huh? Out and about. I know you played with El Monstero on Saturday night. How'd it go?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't forget any of the words.
You killed it, man.
It was a great show. Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. A lot of times, I kind of walk out with the gals. I did have a cigar. Kind of walk out with the gals and do my thing. And this time, I got to come in through a whole bunch of smoke underneath John Pisoni, the drummer, like kind of under the drum riser. So that was a nice, unique twist to it.
I
I
like
mean,
when
you got to throw smoke?
No, there's a ton of smoke. So I thought, oh my God, don't trip.
Oh, you come out. You came out.
WWE entrance.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
came
It-
out with smoke.
It did feel very, very WWE.
You had a cute hat on, and I loved when you put your hat on Jimmy Griffin, and then you put it on Brian Green. I
Yeah.
thought that was very cute.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
a great song, by the way. You know that song, Rafe? Have a Cigar?
Oh, yeah. Did
It was
things.
a Zeppelin song.
Yeah, yeah.
But look at that. It may be Roy Harper. And he happened to be down in another studio.
Yeah.
And like, hey, buddy, you come in here and you take the song on.
Do this.
He was repaying a favor to David Gilmour, who had provided him with some guitar licks.
Yeah, and there is a version with one of the Floyd guys singing the song. But that's great. That's one of my faves.
It's always
So
fun,
nailed
man.
it, huh? Nailed
Yeah,
it.
I think so. I mean, I didn't see it.
Well, I saw the
I was-
reports.
I
I
was
saw
there.
reports on the internet.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
it-
like a proud mom filming you.
Oh, thank you.
I was like the mom in Mean Girls in the middle of the aisle, like dancing with what you were doing up there.
Yeah, no,
I was filming.
it felt good, man. It's so fun to watch that show too, from both sides, from the stage and from the crowd. It's such a show. They change it up enough every single time that it's always entertaining. They're the best of the best. I mean, the best guitar tones in the country. Those two dudes.
Yeah.
And then the musicians are just so good. Everybody's so happy. It's like a full-blown family. Like all the production, Learn's been a part of it before.
Oh, yeah.
All the production from Jeff to everybody else. It's just a real family. It's a real honor to be a part of that family and see everything that they do, man, is so cool. And Have a Cigar is always like packed into like the most perfect part of the set, and they throw it in different places.
Rafe, have you seen El Monstero before?
Yes.
Excellent.
Years
so
ago.
listen, if you're a Floyd fan, I mean, that's something you got to,
Larry was
everybody's got
part
to
of-
experience.
You were part of the show, right?
Yeah, I was part of the show.
I saw a
Yeah,
photo
I
of you
saw
up on
that.
the board.
I
You were
used-
part of this one.
So back in, I don't know, 10 years ago, I took over. Katie Cruz used to do on the song One of My Turns, the speaking role of like the head groupie, because it's the song right after Young Lust when all the strippers come out. And so Katie Cruz used to do it. She retired from the show. They asked me to start doing the head groupie role. So I used to actually perform, with Mark Quinn for that scene. And then like I decided to retire
Well,
these
you were
games.
fired, we know.
No. And then Bill Ryder was like, hey, can we like record your face for, he's like, I know you don't want to be up there anymore in scandalous outfits, but he's like, but can we just have your face?
Oh, so they use your face?
Yeah. So
Still to this day?
And so that was me 8 years ago. I looked so young in the video that comes out to do the
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Thought it was just recorded.
Look at this guy. No, I was way
Ah,
blonde.
you're so kind.
That eye cream's really
It's
doing
good.
it. for me.
Origin's eye cream.
And hey, shout out to the El Monstero guys for flashing the picture of Jeff
Yes.
Yeah,
up
man.
on the big screen during Wish We Were
It
Here.
was so awesome. It was it was the next to the last photo. It was so cool.
Does anybody have video of that?
No, there's a photo. Somebody got a photo of it though. Kenny
I think
Williamson.
Kenny did, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what. 'Cause I know you sent some pictures in.
Yeah.
I sent some pictures, and I wonder which one they used.
Oh, yeah.
Or was it like a montage?
RKN Photo has it up. You can look.
Oh, yeah, I wanna see it.
You can look at Kenny's stuff.
I'll pull it up for you.
I'm just curious to see what picture they
It's
used.
the one of Jeff with his arms crossed. He looks so cute.
Yeah, he's kind of like leaning back like this.
Oh man, this one. If you can see it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great.
It was huge. It was. I mean, just the.
That's the biggest screen on the planet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man, and
Yeah, I
that's
see the
Rafe would like to see it.
that's the other great thing about El Monstero. Whether it's one of the pageant shows or
Very
the
cool.
amphitheater show, they really pin themselves into such super production that they can't scale down.
No.
Like, there's nowhere to go except for up,
No,
and
there's
it's hard to
expectations.
get more on that
There's
stage.
expectations now.
Yeah,
Well, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I had every intention of going.
I know.
I had every intention of going.
But
to the
you
show.
didn't. There was an emergency.
I wanted to hang out with you. To be honest, I was looking forward to being in the box.
Hey, man.
You didn't show up. That's
Well,
all right.
Okay, so you remember the boss walked in, and I said, "Hey, do you want to go to El Monstero?" You were here.
I know, and he kind of was half in.
Kind
half
of
out.
was half in, half out.
He'd seen it. He goes every year. He was at Morgan Wallen probably both nights.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was.
Yeah.
And he was. And I called him up on Saturday. I go, "Hey, man, we're hanging out." And he goes, "Yeah, we're doing some day drinking." All right. Met him at Helen Fitzgerald's around 4:30 on Saturday afternoon. And that place was packing in.
Riz
by the way.
goes to
Helen's.
Sunset Hills.
By the way, past that, right next door to that new Bass Pro Shop.
Did you go in there?
I didn't go in.
You dummy!
Was
It's
it
so
packed?
nice.
I didn't have time.
Everybody has time for Bass Pro. You're next
Well, now
door.
I know where it is and what it looks like.
They don't
only
serve
takes an
beer
hour.
there.
Do they have the fish tank there where you can look
Yeah,
at the fishes? All right,
yeah,
good.
man.
Well, from the outside, it looks gorgeous.
It's really nice.
Have you been in?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've made purchases multiple times.
Oh my goodness.
I
Well,
love
anyway, I saw it
love
for the first time. So went to Helen's, and it started to pack in. I guess the St. Louis City SC game was on. What time was that on? 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it was earlier than usual. They were in Toronto.
A lot of city red.
Ah, yeah.
A lot of city red in there. So it was a couple of us, and gathered outside. I was like, "Hey, where do you want to go to next?" And we looked west. Looked like some clouds rolling in. May rain. Really want to go out to the amphitheater?
It was
Just
a
so you know,
perfect
I was
night.
down.
It was
I
a
down to
perfect
go.
night, wasn't
I
it?
was down to go.
The most
The
perfect night of
perfect
all
night.
time.
I was down to
Was
go.
nice.
72.6 degrees the whole night.
I was down to go. Was outvoted
By who?
by the 3 other people that were with me.
Never Rizz's fault.
Well, I hung out with.
I will fully admit if something's my fault.
Don't worry.
Right.
Josh Ennis was in the box with me and entertained me.
Oh,
It was
good.
fine. Got to hang out with him for the first time. All is well.
The new Casey guy.
Right.
So then it was, hey, what do you want to do then? What do you want to do? And then Corey, our buddy from DB, said, hey, let's go down to DB's. We'll get the golf cart and we'll go bar hopping.
Oh boy.
Because it's not going to rain down there.
Because it's not going to rain down there. I was going to say, it doesn't rain on the bars.
It was a covered golf cart.
Okay.
So we wound up at a couple different places, and I said, hey, Rafe has a set up at Steve's Hot Dogs.
Yes.
They're doing an outdoor comedy thing.
Yeah.
So
True.
we rolled up, and
They did.
we rolled up just as Rafe's girlfriend Tina was going on stage.
Awesome.
We roll up golf cart style on Grand.
Just what you want at your comedy show. 4 drunk middle-aged men rolling up on a golf cart mid-show.
Exactly.
And
Party's here, baby.
That's what every comedian dreams of.
I'm sure they had a horn, too. Probably blasting
Well,
music.
they were actually
Yeah.
thoughtful because they pulled in crooked, and he just like, I need to back it up, but it's going to beep. And I'm like, just leave it.
Push it.
Pick it up.
We did try to pick it up. It's heavy.
Oh, my God.
So this one time, beep,
It was actually a nice
beep,
surprise.
beep.
Because I was the secret headliner,
Yeah.
and it was in the park next to Steve's. There's like a little city park there that you can rent. And it was nice. It was outside.
Yeah, it was outside. It was an interesting scene on Grand. So I mean, you had cars flying by, honking horns, and comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's awesome.
25 yards away.
Okay.
And it was a nice little crowd there too.
Yeah, it was a nice little crowd. Brought a few people in. One guy was already there, sleeping on a bench, laughing way before the show started. I was like, "This is interesting."
No
This
comedy.
This guy's gonna be a good audience member. He's pre-laughing.
Without even any comedy going, without anybody there.
Oh yeah, he was already enjoying the show.
Was it
Start telling
free?
jokes, he starts
Yeah.
crying.
I was just like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was just
Michael
walk
walk
up.
up. That's awesome. That's really cool.
It was a fun show because those can get away from you easy. It's not like music. It's not an ambiance thing. You got to have buy-in on a comedy show. So if you mix free with outside, unannounced, traffic going by, people
It's
coming
tough.
and going. But it was weather was great. It was beautiful, and the audience was good.
And I did make this comment. I said we have 2 Rizz Show members performing tonight. I said Learn is with Moon. I'm with Rafe. We're good. We got we're covered.
What about this beautiful man in the booth? Where
he
were
didn't do
you?
anything for us.
I did not show up and support you guys at all. No, I was getting myself prepped for this week because I'm going to
Scott's
college.
going on
That's right.
vacation.
You got to start this
Yeah.
the
So I
sunscreen
started-
now.
Yeah, no, he was
Working
at Hollywood
outside all
10.
Say you're going to
He was
college?
at Hollywood 10. He's got to get a base.
Yeah.
I did.
Where are you going, man?
Cabo.
Dang.
Sick,
Lucas.
dude.
Yeah, I
Do you
can't wait.
wear like you have like a unbuttoned blouse like while you're there, or like what's the style?
Well, it's a wedding, so one night's a tux I have to wear, and then there's all these they're going to fancy places, so it's all these dress up things, and then
Dang.
but I'm going to try my best to get in shorts and an unbuttoned blouse.
You need to
right.
look up Lenny Kravitz and just do everything that Lenny Kravitz is doing with his style these days.
But make
Yeah,
sure
he
something's
wears
hanging in my
jeans
pants.
the ocean.
Well, hey, it looks great.
Respect.
Respect.
Because Lenny and I
Sounds good to
look
me.
very similar.
Lenny Kravitz wears tight jeans into the ocean.
I am into it.
Me too. I
So-
scuba dove in jeans.
So, went to see, Rafe's, what'd you do, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Tina was great too.
Yeah.
All the comedians were great.
Yeah, it was a fun show, man.
We rolled up. I'm like, man, this is an interesting scene.
That's great.
And then back in the golf cart, back down to Soulard
Where'd you end? Where was the night ended for you?
at DB's.
Of course.
At DB's. Yeah. I think I wound up leaving around 12:15. It was a late night.
Okay.
And my daughter's birthday was yesterday. So, my son in the morning said, hey, I'm going to go to Six Flags with my buddies. And my daughter goes,
What about me?
I want to go too.
Where every dad wants to go when they're hungover on a.
Oh, this was a surprise visit?
Oh, yeah. This was not planned out.
Whoa.
This was not a plan. This was not a planned Six Flags.
Have you been this year yet?
No, I have not.
Okay, they have. They got passes and stuff.
Yeah, they got season passes.
you haven't been
I have
this
not
year.
been to Six Flags.
Another gorgeous day. Not gonna rain.
No, it was fine. The weather was actually A+.
Wasn't the weather, it was the bourbon from the night before.
Yes, it was.
Sloshing around.
I texted him and I'm like, where are you at? He's like, Six Flags. And I go, whoo. Hop on the boss and let it move some of that product around from last night.
For my little girl's birthday, for her 12th birthday, she wanted to go to Six Flags with her dad. Fine. We're going. And I'm going to smile the whole time. But inside, I'm slowly dying.
Yes.
No, it's great, man.
She's got to house one of them big turkey legs. And
Might I recommend, if you
please.
have the means, because Sunday, nice day, it's packed. I mean, that it was packed.
What was the average line?
I don't know, because I bought a Flash Pass.
Oh, of course you would.
Nice.
Might I recommend?
Might I recommend, if you have the means, to buy a Flash Pass? Dude, it's an extra
Can-
$30.
$30. Last time I thought it was like 70 or 80
Nope.
bucks a person.
$30 a person. I'm telling you, the amount of rides we rode within 2 hours. I mean, we were on 8 rides.
Well, there goes the fast pass. Now those lines are packed. Well done, Rizz.
Because that's a secret. They have signs for them everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It was much more expensive at Silver Dollar City.
$30. $30, and you walk up the. There's different degree like Flash Pass, like the gold Flash Pass,
okay.
platinum. So I bought the basic one.
Okay, I see. Yeah, because the other one I think is like 60, 70 bucks, something like that.
but the basic one.
What's it?
When did all this like line hierarchy crap start?
When
Like
they
in the
figured
80s, we
out
would
they
just
could
get
make
in
more
line.
money.
Yeah,
15 years
Disney-
ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah, Disney rolled it out, I think, pretty much first.
It's so weird. I'm just saying, like in the 80s, you just stood in line, and wherever you were, that's just it.
Or the
now
hack was
you can buy to the front.
Yeah, the hack for me as a kid, we always had passes to Silver City, so on the rainy days or overcast days, we went down there and there's no lines, so you just ride the rides over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have the app open and you put your flash pass in, and you go, all right, we want to ride Batman, and the line would be 30 minutes long, but your flash pass, it says 5 minutes. So you click on the little icon and it counts it down 5 minutes, and you walk up the exit, you show your little thing, they scan it, and you're on the ride.
Wow.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had been to Six Flags? Do you go every year with your kids?
They go quite often because we don't live far away.
Yeah. But when's the last time you were there?
2 years ago.
God, I haven't been for 10 years.
It's been a long time for me, too. And even if the last time I went, I probably didn't get to ride everything.
The last time I went, we saw Moon and his family there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember that.
That was like 2 years ago.
And I remember we did not get to ride all that much. So we were waiting in line. Rizz comes up on his fast pass. Boop, boop, boop.
I didn't fast pass it then.
Yes, you
I
did.
had no
Yes,
fast
you did.
pass.
You were on the. You came up the exit.
This was the first time I
He's
ever had the
crazy.
flash pass.
Well, I don't. Well, then he did the Rizz pass, whatever it was. He gets up there. He rides the ride before us. He's back. All right, Mr. Freeze. We've been waiting for 40 minutes. Nah, somebody on Rizz's ride threw up on the thing, so we're gonna have to shut it down for a bit. So I took off. So we left, and then when we came back, we waited in line. We got up there. It was 2 right before us, and they said, "Hey, something's wrong. We're gonna have to shut it down for half an hour." I was like, "Well, there goes that."
Yeah, my son said they were on that new ride, the Catwoman, and somebody threw up while the ride was going.
Oh, yesterday?
They got a new one.
Dang.
I didn't. Yeah, we didn't ride. That wasn't part of the. All the rides are not part of the flash pass.
Catwoman, huh?
After we talked about it last week, someone sent me a video of. It was just a roller coaster that's pretty much a loop. It's just like a loop, like it goes upside down. And man, someone threw up at the peak, the top, and as it's falling, they go around, man, and they got everybody. Somebody like gravity took over, and you could see the train cars coming down. I'm like, everyone just got
Catwoman whip. You talking about this thing? This thing looks crazy cool, insane. But only 4 people get to go at a time.
8.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
would
see.
So
spray-
4 on each side.
4 on each
That'll
side.
spray across the entire park.
Holy
So
smoke!
somebody
Yeah,
threw up. So my son said somebody threw up while they were on the ride,
yeah, dude, puke in the
and
parking
then shut
lot.
it down.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. You're 16 stories in the air on that one. I wanted no part of that.
I wonder how often the staff at Six Flags are mopping up vom. You know, like what's the stat on that?
Yeah, and are they mopping or are they just cat litter in it?
Yeah, and is
Or,
there
you know,
sawdust?
Yes,
Yeah, the
Right.
sawdust.
Like, is it
I don't-
every day?
What a pet peeve for me is, they have the guy in the mic before you go on the ride.
Yeah.
Like right as the ride is going.
Yeah,
come on, man. Show some enthusiasm
How would you do it?
with your mic work.
Do a little example of what you want to hear.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Batman. Are you ready?
Yes.
Just a little enunciation.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. You know who always rocked that out, bro? The flying bobsleds guy. Whoever the carny was that got the flying bobsleds at the fair. Because it was always, the flying bobsleds always had like the rock. It was like a rock DJ, dude. It was always like Metallica. It was always had the coolest music. You guys want to go faster? You're like, uh-oh, who's ready to go backwards? And I'm just like, this guy's, because he's always sitting in the middle. He was like the DJ of the
Yeah.
ride.
And then when they retired, they would go work at Shoe Carnival.
What's a flying?
Yeah,
What's a
probably.
flying bobsled?
Dude, it was just like it just spun in a circle, but it was like they were on a swivel,
We
so you
call
could.
that the Gravitron.
No,
Oh, you talking about?
no, I know
Toro?
about the Gravitron. That's where you
The-
stick to the sides.
Yeah, they stick to the sides.
Yeah,
So
and the
that's-
DJ.
They
in
had
the
a
center.
DJ in the middle too.
No, you're talking
Yeah,
about the.
It's like a carousel. But
It almost
it's
looked
been
like-
called El Toro. They got one at Six Flags. It's over by the log flume, but it's been called like 6 different things since we were kids.
All I know is it was just like you get in a car 3 deep. It was almost like a big bumper car looking thing, and as it goes, they rock this way. They rock like.
Oh, never mind.
And you could get on the handle and kind of get them going, swinging. So if you got your little brother in there, he's like, "No, make it swing! No, make it swing!" But you could kind of, you could like ride the brake, so you could kind of control your own
Yes.
ride a little bit. so you could kind of like get almost sideways in the air. I mean, it eventually would stop. They just kind of swung back and forth as they went
You're
around.
in a cage, right?
No, you just kind of go in a circle. You kind of go up and down. It was like a loop that kind of went up.
It's called the flying bob.
Yeah, the flying bobsleds, I think, is what.
Yeah, I'm sure they're called different things depending on what.
Type in flying bobsleds.
Here, tell me if this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying bob.
All right.
Oh, flying Bob's ride.
I never.
See?
I don't think I've ever ridden one.
Kind of goes in like a little, and see how they go up on the side?
Yeah.
You kind of get, it almost,
like you're on a bank.
yeah, you're banking hard.
Yeah, and you have the stick in the middle.
There's a stick in the middle, and you can kind of bank a little harder. You
Whoa,
can kind of ride
cool.
the stick.
That does look like fun.
It's a simple ride, but it was always a fun ride. And the guy in the middle of that was always, the guy in the middle of at this fair I was at was always like the best. He was the head carny. He had to be.
So they call it the flying bob, but it's also known as the Matterhorn. So everywhere else, it's
Matterhorn,
the
all right.
Matterhorn.
The Matterhorn, yeah.
That's at Disney.
That's a cool
I
ride.
I
No,
love
we
that.
did. So we started off with the Batman ride, and then we went to the Ninja.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's a cool one. Did the
Yeah.
Ninja.
Ninja's a classic if you're tall enough.
Then we did the American Thunder, which was a wooden roller coaster, but it was smooth. That I think is my favorite ride there.
That one
the
is
American Thunder.
incredible.
It's smooth. You don't go upside down.
I'll tell you the one that'll rattle your bones to dust is the Boss.
Oh, we went on the Boss.
Boss is great, dude.
And
Boss
I had
is
a
great.
giant headache for the next.
You'll
Really?
crush a child on
What a
that
pun.
thing, man.
Yeah, you just keep
Come
hitting your
on,
head.
man.
Come on,
I sat on the
so
wrong
good.
side
They
of
need
an
to shut
8-year-old
that
and
ride
nearly
down.
ended his life.
Absolutely not. It's not even that old.
That's the truth. I got on the Boss with an 8-year-old, sat on the wrong side, almost ended the kid's life. Because the G-force took over. And that thing rattled. It's so small, and your knees are like hitting the front if you're an adult, and it just beats your knees and hip bones to dust.
Yeah.
So good. It
Oh, and you
it made
tense up. Oh.
Is Screaming Eagle still going?
I don't know. We didn't go on the Screaming Eagle. We did. We wanted to do the Boss. We ended with Mr. Freeze. So they did that backwards. That's pretty awesome. Mr. Freeze is great. What a great ride that is.
It's fun. The Boss is good too, man. The Boss
Did the
is
log
great.
flume. Did the Thunder Rapids and got soaked.
Thunder River.
Thunder River. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Sometimes they change the name. Is the log flume still there?
We did the log flume.
What do they do with that area that used to be like for little kids? It's like the Looney Tunes land.
Bugs Bunny Land. Oh, it's
Is that
still
what
there.
it is? Okay, cool.
You do the Dragon's Wing?
No.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. You never done that before?
Never done.
I've done that.
Yo,
We didn't do it. We didn't do it yesterday.
crazy.
It's like group bungee jumping, right? Like you only you're upright.
Bungee swing.
You swing.
Yeah.
But dude, the wild thing is, so they, you're head first. They lay you down in that, kind
It
of
looks like
apron.
a sleep sack.
Yeah. So you're in the burlap sack, and the rope is on your back, so you don't see the cable. So when they pull you up backwards, your heels are in the air. You're facing down on the ground. You're supposed to pull the ripcord or whatever, but you don't see the cable. So what's wild is when you pull the ripcord, it feels and seems as if you're just falling to the ground.
Right.
Man, it's cool. It is cool.
What's this? What ride is this?
Dragon's
The
Wings?
the dragon wing.
You got to
whatever
pay
it's
a little
called.
extra for
I'll
that.
tell you the
20 bucks,
puke ride that was always a crapshoot when I was a kid. Now, I'm sure they have an equivalent at Six Flags. It was called the Pirate Ship or the Pharaoh's.
Oh, it
It was
just swings
just the
back and
ship
forth.
that would go real high.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
If you
a
sat in the front of the
joker.
back, and they didn't have much of a security system in them days. It was just like a bar that came down, and you could kind of feel your butt leave the seat.
Yeah.
And your legs would push up against it. Because if you were a little kid, you kind of feel like you were going to slide out of that.
Yeah.
Because you'd hit zero gravity at the peak of the pirate ship coming back down. If somebody threw up on that, dude, you were going through there was like a zone. You were getting
Missed.
taken through a physical. It was basically those balls that people have on their
Yeah.
desk.
In the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like you were going to get taken through the splash zone. If somebody threw up in the middle in front of you and you were in the back,
Ugh.
Yep.
Keep
Puke
your
and
mouth
mist.
closed.
danger zone.
So my little 12-year-old girl's got her hands up in the air, and I'm holding on tight, to my harness on every ride. But that Boss, man, needs to be shut down.
What? No, it's
Shut that
bad.
ride down.
You just need to wear some headgear. You'll be fine.
Somebody said on the
Shut it down.
on the chat that Silver Dollar City is overrated. I disagree. I was just there, and Silver Dollar City freaking rules.
Listen, I've
man.
only been there once. I had a great time.
Yo, they got a ride that's wooden. So we like to go in
two.
and not research the rides and just get in line and go, see what happens. And they have one. First of all, the time travel is awesome. But the other one, I don't know what it's called, but it's a wooden coaster.
It's a
So you
newer
get-
one.
Yeah, you get on a wooden coaster. What do you expect on a wooden coaster? You don't expect to go upside down. You don't expect to corkscrew. You don't expect to loop. This thing is wooden, and you are 100 miles an hour looping and corkscrewing. It is wild, dude. I don't know what the name of it is, but
the Outlaw Run
could be.
Okay.
That alone, that and the Time Traveler alone makes Silver Dollar City worth it. And Holiday World is freaking sweet. My mom goes every single year.
The Raven. That's it. Is that at Silver Dollar City or is that up at Holiday World? Yeah.
Never been Holiday
World. I think it's the largest, or for a while it was the largest wooden coaster in the nation.
That's a fun one.
They're shutting the one down. This is the last year for the, it's one in the back.
The Death Trap?
No, some of the TNT or something. Oh, shoot.
I don't know. I just want to say I had fun.
Good.
I did have a good time at Six Flags yesterday.
Fire in the Hole. Fire in the Hole is closing at the end of the year.
I will admit I went in with a bad attitude.
That's good.
Did your daughter have fun on her birthday?
She had a great time,
Good.
and she said, thanks, Dad, for taking me on my birthday.
Very sweet.
I said, all right. But I tell you what, if you have the means to get the Fast Pass, that is the way to go. Especially you walk up the exit, and everybody's been waiting in line for a half hour, and you cut in front of everybody.
Team Rizz member Ken here says the Dragon Wing has been removed and they're building a new coaster in its place.
Well, that's upsetting.
Used to be the Highland Fling over there. Remember the Highland Fling?
Yeah.
That was so good. That's one that you're kind of like in a circle, in like almost like a little cart with two people, and then it goes and spins, and then the centrifugal force, I forget which one, kind of pulls you out like this, and then the arm goes up, so you're just going up and down, up and down.
Oh,
up and down.
that's called the Supergirl now.
Oh, okay. So they still have that. It used to be the Highland Fling, and man, I think
that's the Supergirl.
If you were like 11 and you couldn't necessarily ride everything, Highland Fling.
I don't know why I'm so weird. Like, I've jumped out of a plane and skydived with a guy, tandem, but for some reason, the bungee jumping and like the dragon's wing, I've like, I gotta like really work myself up to do it.
Well, if you want to talk
about
thrills, this new TikTok challenge.
Oh.
I think I saw this.
That people are dying?
Oh, no.
Is it the one where they're riding their bikes?
No, this is the one where people are throwing themselves out of boats.
Okay.
Oh.
Like ships or just regular old boats?
So headline, TikTok boat jumping challenge responsible for at least 4 deaths.
Holy smokes.
And this is coming out of Alabama. I know your in-laws have a place down in Alabama.
It was just there doing boating.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Did you think about doing this?
No.
Where are they on a lake?
Yeah.
You went boating.
Yeah, the whole damn. I mean, I'm.
Or is it a river or what? I don't know. I don't know what's down there.
It's a lake, but I'm the pilot, so I'm constantly driving.
This is Childersburg. I don't know where that is. I don't know if that's anywhere near where they are. But officials in Alabama say at least 4 people have died because of a popular TikTok physical challenge. The stunt involves people jumping off the back of a high-speed boat. A high-speed boat into the wake. So the boat's going, and if you've been on a fast boat, the wake behind the boat, I mean, it's choppy and foamy, and
you hit it wrong with your neck, you could break your neck.
Alabama authorities report that rescuers recovered 4 individuals who have attempted to jump over in the last 6 months. All of them broke their necks.
Goodness, man.
All of them broke their necks. Officials call the drownings, quote, easily avoidable.
Well, you know why, too, because I'm assuming...
They're jumping off the back?
Yeah, they're jumping off the back.
Or falling off the back.
My friend did that to me when... Comedian friend. And I had rented a boat, and we were cruising. And he just thought, doing a bit, jumped off the side. Probably, we had to be going 40, 50 miles. I don't know how fast the boat went, but I was at top speed because I was moving. And I'm like, dude, I'm all for the joke, but I'm in a rented boat under my name, and you're just like, you're 30, but you're acting like you're 12 years old. Mm-hmm. Like, that was just like a bonehead move.
Yeah.
To do.
Dude, 40 or 50 miles an hour, the surface tension of the water is concrete.
Yeah, he said it hurt. I mean, like, he clearly was hurting when he got back in the boat, and I was like, dude, what are you doing?
And they said this particular place in Alabama where 4 people died, the captain of the rescue squad says the 4 that we responded to when they jumped off the boat, they literally broke their neck and basically an instant death.
Golly.
They just land the wrong way, and you're done.
It's over.
Done.
That's wild.
Yeah, so we do tubing and skiing with the kids. The kids were skiing Two of the kids skied for the first time. And skiing, you're going a little bit slower. Tubing, you can kind of get up cruising.
You got cooking.
And that's how I shattered my nose. Remember, I put my nose on my ear during a tubing accident. Yeah, but when you hit the water, man, it's at a certain speed. You really it
hurts
instantly. You go, wow, that's not the water off a diving board.
Oh no,
it's not there.
Once you hit the water, after, going off a tube or jumping off a boat, that's when your body goes damage report.
Did it say how old these people were?
They didn't say how old they were.
Or kids or.
I watched some videos of people doing this.
It's TikTok, I imagine, young. I'm not seeing Grandpa doing a TikTok.
Oh, dude, the ages
all over
the place.
I had a friend in high school, man. Like, watercraft can be dangerous, dude. People don't realize it. Like, they were jumping each other's wake on jet skis, and somebody jumped the wake, and they were all crisscrossing, and he got hit in the face with a jet ski. Midair. And he was
so dangerous.
He's alive and he's okay now, but man, he had to have tons of reconstructive surgery. I mean, it caved him in.
Well, Cameron on Instant Feedback says, can we stop calling it TikTok challenges, just dummies doing dumb things?
Well, I saw a TikTok.
But people are doing these specifically for TikTok.
Right. Oh, yeah. And there's one now where kids are taking, you ride a wheelie on your bike, your BMX, they're riding into traffic.
Oh, I saw
They're like playing chicken with cars and like pulling out at the last minute and recording it. And I mean, it's
while they're doing wheelies. Oh, dude, it's wild.
And they're getting real close to getting, I mean, someone's going to die.
Oh,
it's a matter of time. But they're getting like inches from cars before cars are slamming on their brakes, but they're riding into traffic on these cars aren't going like 20 miles an hour. These cars.
No, it'd be somewhere like akin to like Manchester Road.
Yeah.
So it's not even a side street.
Or
no. This is like
a busy road.
Busy, like a 2-lane each way.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Because we thought it was hilarious until we got in trouble from our parents. But I was really little, and my neighbor lived across the street, so our driveways were kind of catty-cornered from each other, so we'd both pull out at the same time. I would take a right, he would take a right on his side as well. And whenever you see a car come down, it's fly out of nowhere and scare them, but I don't know why we did that. We thought it was hilarious.
No, Cameron says people have been doing dumb things forever and putting on the internet. That's not true, because we didn't have the internet when I was that age. I mean, there was the internet, but it wasn't in every house.
Yeah, but think about Jackass has made an entire career out of doing dumb pranks and falls and stunts and people replicating that, like the CKY videos and whatnot from back in the day.
Yeah, but this is more widespread.
And dude, I think wave runners and jet skis too. That is not a joke. Like people doing. Thankfully, usually there's only one person on this, so they're not filming it and putting on this TikTok stuff. But man, those accidents, those are always bad, And people think this is just. It's just water. I'm on a motorcycle on the water.
No.
And man, I flipped one of those things, and I'm not crazy.
The publication, The Atlantic, they just did a big write-up on how it's already hard to remember what people did to fill their time before smartphones existed.
What?
I had a lot of room time. I would listen to music and watch HBO and paint and write.
Well, and now you're scrolling through TikTok looking at dummies jump off of boats.
Yeah.
When you have nothing to do, I mean, the first thing you do is pull out your phone. So the question is, what did people fill their time with before smartphones existed?
Rearrange your house, your room, paint your room.
Invented things.
Yeah.
Like the internet.
Clubhouse.
I mean, I played video games. When I was a kid.
We walked all throughout town.
Went outside.
Hey, you got on your bike, and we called it adventuring. We called it exploring. Like me and my best bud would be like, "Hey man, what do you want to do today?" And if we didn't have a specific let's go play soccer at the church or let's go play street hockey at the school, it was let's go exploring, and that meant we're gonna get on our bikes and just ride.
Yeah.
We're just riding
till you found somebody you knew. That was the best thing. 1993 on a bike riding, summers just going. Mom had no idea where I was.
Right.
Meeting up with, hey, let's go to Dale's house. All right, cool. Dale might not be home.
Yeah.
If Dale's not home, we'll go to somebody else's house.
If instructed to check in, I'd have $2 in my pocket to use the payphones.
Yeah. And you know what I was thinking about the other day? Not to be like the old guy that's like, kids are soft. I would just go out in the woods by myself.
Yeah.
All the time. Deep woods. I'd have my dog. He was a cool dog. He'd go out there with me. But if I couldn't find one to hang out with, That didn't keep me home.
Right.
There were trails. I'd ride my bike down these trails out in the woods. I'd get in a creek. And I was like, man, I wonder if kids would even walk into the woods alone today.
Well, it's funny because there were a bunch of people at our house last night, a bunch of neighbors and their kids were over our house to celebrate, my daughter's birthday. And we have woods behind the house. The kids ran into the woods, just it's summer evening, hanging out, playing tag, whatever. And once they came out of the woods, every one of the moms was on top of the kids going, tick check, tick check, tick check.
Never thought of ticks when I was a kid.
Tick check.
TikTok, new kind of TikTok.
Yeah.
Stop smothering these kids.
Welcome back to TikTok.
I never had any ticks on me as a kid.
Tick check.
I'm your host, Timmy's mother.
Yeah, we used to call it looking for aliens. My girlfriend and I would go in the woods and we'd find these weird rocks and be like, oh, this is aliens, and have this whole imagination.
Yeah, we found
everything.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, dude. Cool. There was I remember there was, dude, we made all you wanted as a kid was to have your Goonies adventure.
Yes.
That's all you wanted. I mean, I still want it today. I remember someone spray painted a pentagram on the trestle, the railroad track trestle at the creek we all played at. And we were like, dude, there's devil worshippers in our town.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so me and my buddies.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, exactly. And we went to the Army surplus store and got matching black berets, like the Frog Brothers and Lost Boys. And I took a can of spray paint and was like, this Halloween, we're coming for you. And I was like, we were just inventing this. Because there was this old abandoned church that was at the end of a road in Dowell. And then we found some bones there. And I'm pretty sure they were just a dead rabbit that had died nearby. But we're like, these bones were used from the occult, dude.
That's right.
We were just talking ourselves into this. And it was so fun. And we had we had planned how we were going to go there with our BB guns and break up this devil worshiping cult on Halloween night. And then my buddy Mike, who was the arms dealer, he had all the good pellet guns, got grounded. Oh, and we were this is
unarmed.
This is bad. And we're like, can you sneak off and leave the guns in a culvert for us? That was our big plan.
My girlfriend Rhiannon and her dad, before he died, built her this treehouse in the backyard. It wasn't actually on trees; it was on stilts. So I guess it was a stilt house. And we used to have slumber parties in that stilt house, and it had this trap door that you opened on the side because you climbed up this ladder to get through the floor is how you got into this thing. And there was a futon up there. It was so cool.
Dang.
Open up a trap door and you could peer into the forest. And so one night, this is back whenever I was really into Celtic magic. I was open. I was in a trance. I was open that door. There's a spirit in the forest, and I kid you not. In fact, the people that were there that night would attest to what they saw. We opened up a trap door, dark forest, glowing figure. It was bizarre, and that haunted us for the rest of our lives.
Dude, with the creating the adventures and all that, the step up was when you finally got a set of walkie-talkies.
Oh yeah, dude. No, walkie-talkies, my friend. Do you remember when it came out? It was after Navy SEALs came out, they sold these it was hands-free communicators.
Oh, the headset things?
The headsets. We had those. My buddy and they
with the microphone.
Yeah, they had they're a big gray set of headphones with a big mic that came down in your mouth.
That would have been sweet.
Yeah,
we had them.
Yeah,
the first set of walkie-talkies that we got, it was one of those prizes at the arcade. You had to get X amount of tickets, and we're like, oh, dude, we're going to save up. We're going to come here all the time. We're going to save up our tokens. We saved up so many tickets, and by the time we realized what the price was for these things, we're like, why don't we just save up for 2 months our $2 allowances and cut the grass?
Buy, decent ones.
Yeah. And so we ended up buying them, and I think that lasted maybe a week. We used them a whole bunch.
Sure.
Lost batteries, realized it didn't work. It didn't work house to house like the movies.
No. It didn't work. It didn't work 20 feet away behind a tree.
We had some that worked
getting those
a little too good. We had some that worked a little too good. We were playing basically kind of like a hide and seek, but it was in greater downtown Shelbina. And this was probably at midnight or something. We were running around this bank area hiding, and we had the walkie-talkies for each team. And all of a sudden, the cops, pulled he saw my buddy and I, so he made us come over and talk to him. He's like, what's going on over here? Why are you guys hanging out here? And at the same time on the walkie-talkie, our buddy's like, Bolt, 5-0, 5-0. Got to run. You're like, crap. And they had no clue we were sitting there talking to the cops, so he thought we were up to no good, and it was pretty fun.
Which you were, I'm sure.
Yeah, we were.
So, all right, so without smartphones, I played a lot of video games when I was a kid. Does Tim still play video games?
No. We don't have anything like that at our house.
He's a grown up.
He's a grown up. He does like the Wordle, and he does.
Wow.
You know, like
No, but does he have like a video game
Hell
system?
no. No thanks.
No thanks
Big
for you.
Sudoku man, is he?
He is.
Yeah.
No thanks for you.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's hot.
My husband's not going to be playing video games.
No, that's just not who we are. Like, and I'm not dogging it. I just have never been.
Sounds like you're dogging it.
I loved Sega Game Gear and Game Boy, and that was where my love of the video games stopped.
Well, video games was never a girl thing.
What? How dare you? Of course it was.
I wouldn't know. I didn't have any girls in my sphere.
I never, and listen, I'm sure girls played video games when they were younger, but
They still do. Oh my God! Let me introduce you to some people in Belleville. My gosh, some of the closest girlfriends in my life are big gamers.
Yeah, I didn't.
Big old nerds.
I didn't
Really
know.
stepped in it this time, pal.
I never. Hey, listen. As
No,
a boy,
when I was growing
listen,
up,
he grew
no
up with a
girls.
brother. I grew up with a brother. So, like, as far as it looked like, they were only even marketed to
right.
boys.
I didn't have a sister.
So that's what I assumed. Honestly, it's kind of just what I assumed.
This is like the band Rush. Everybody thinks like there's no female Rush fans.
Honestly, this was my perspective when I was younger.
Yeah, that was our experience. And then
Okay.
the funny thing is, somebody brought over one of those like Raspberry Pi things with all the Nintendo games. And you know who was most excited?
Who?
My wife.
There you go.
She goes, oh, "This has got the Battletoads.
In
This has
my
got this."
world-
And I was like, "Who are you?
we had to
This
play
is
the
amazing."
video games to make out with the
In
guys.
my world, there were no girls that played video games.
Dude, this is where the manic pixie dream girl fantasy came from. Is from guys having no clue what women are into. So the character in the movies in like the early aughts of like, she plays guitar and video games. She's the perfect woman. Like, I didn't even know this girl existed. And
Rafe,
it's
in your
just-
world growing up, were there girls that played video games? It
Yeah.
was not. Listen,
Hey.
okay, maybe
Maybe it wasn't as
Yeah,
prevalent.
we just-
I don't
we
think
just didn't
games
know.
were really marketed to girls.
I had a sister.
Also, a lot of them were like violent shoot 'em up games. I was kind of the first. But I mean, I remember going to like lock-ins and playing like Mario Brothers 3 with.
Right. But like from our experience, we weren't seeing like the don't let your sister get her hands on your copy of Mortal Kombat.
Right. And see, I love Sonya.
Yeah, it was marketed that way. That's what I'm
I was
saying.
all about Mortal
I mean, I didn't
Kombat.
think girls were home playing with Barbies all the time. I just didn't know what they did.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Me
What are
neither.
they
They made
doing
these
in there?
things, the
What are they
cootie
do-
catchers, to destroy
What are
your
they
ego.
doing?
Yeah, we're
Probably
doing
writing in their diaries. I have no
fortunes.
idea.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah, we're
A
doing
lot
all
of seances.
We only
playing
knew what the
video
shows
games.
told us.
Yeah.
We got the
that's it.
fortune teller paper thing, origami. We're at the Scott's house
Ouija boards.
playing Sega Mortal Kombat, trying to make out with Scott.
Thank you.
We were
guys.
doing it all.
All I just knew is you guys smelled nice, and we played video games. That's
Okay,
it.
that's all right.
it.
I'm
Again,
not
I
trying to
know-
dog your experience.
No,
I'm sorry.
You're right. Because and like Moon, I had no
didn't know.
sisters.
I didn't
feel
know.
bad.
I was naturally afraid of you.
I still am.
How many seances?
How many have
Did
I
you-
had?
have you
Please,
had?
I'm having
As-
them once a weekend.
as a
We played light
Clean.
as a feather, stiff as a board every slumber
Oh,
party
yeah.
for 8 years straight.
You know, somebody brought up a point where guys who are our age, like we're gamers when we were younger, played Nintendo and Sega Genesis and PlayStation. Now they're older and they still play video games. Like every once in a while, I'll hop down with my son and we'll play hockey or
That's great.
and stuff. But like Call of Duty is still something that's big for guys that are in their 30s and 40s. Like guys will leave their families, lock themselves in their basements, put their headsets on,
yeah.
and do that. And some women are just like, grow up.
Yeah.
Some, like I go back to, I have a
Grow
couple
up.
friend in Belleville and they both are into VR, and if you ever go over to their house, like they're like, oh, put our VR and we got this new game. And I'm just so not of that world anymore. I never was. I put it on and my mind is completely blown. It does,
Yeah.
Cool.
And so, I don't know.
Do you think it's weird that grown men play video games? Honestly.
I do.
Yeah, it's to me. I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge
Go
these
ahead.
people.
It doesn't
I'm going to
matter.
judge.
You're not
All right, here
you're
we
not
go.
judge. Just-
Yeah, I think it's strange. I don't. I don't get into it, and so for me, like it's not something that I would do daily, like 4 times a day, like it seems to be happening.
And that's a generational thing. We're the old people. We're the last generation that's going to think that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
You're
because
probably
video
right.
games
Well-
were created for kids when we were kids, so we understand them as a child's game.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And the next generation that has been playing and growing up with this, guys, it's a $200 billion industry.
But somebody,
it's not a $200 billion Mario Brothers industry.
I agree with you to an extent, but here's where I'll push back. I think we're the first generation that didn't put away our childish things. And I'm not saying that's good or bad, because I know a lot of dudes our age still playing D&D, still playing tabletop, still going down to the comic book shop, collecting comics. Like we drug our childhood into our adulthood. And some of that it started to be catered to adults. I will agree with you there. I think video games, I think a lot of comic books, graphic novels are really like dark, violent themed.
I think it's, but that's also because the.
So it's not just video games.
I don't know. I disagree. I think we're probably just not able to see what our parents and their parents.
I want to bring up a
point. My dad smoked cigarettes and played pinochle. Yeah. That was what?
No, I want to bring up a point.
Adult games were then.
But like, think about like Western movies. Like, how did those start off? Those were like little kid Western, Red Rider kind of vibe.
Sure.
And then my
Cowboys
dad was,
and Indians.
And then my dad was watching John Wayne.
But your dad didn't go outside in a cowboy hat and chaps and chase you around.
Hey, he didn't wear bottoms when he did.
What's
at least
your
I hope
point?
he didn't.
My point is it remember model trains?
Yes.
Yeah.
Adults, like the next generation step up from us, they used to play with model trains.
But what did you think of the guy that
still
had
do.
model trains?
Dork.
Exactly. and still do.
Do they?
I think they're rad.
Sure, man. That like those Lionels or whatever. Like those. That's an expensive hobby.
Do you know anybody our age that does that?
I know people that are a little bit older than us that do.
Well,
that.
my dad has
Older than us.
Well, yeah, because we have video games.
Right. That's my point.
My dad has a huge collection of them, so I haven't brought them up here yet, but I will definitely build a whole.
So we had video games, and the generation before us had model trains.
So video games
it's
are
the video game.
Way cooler.
model trains.
You need to get the e-memoriam ready now. There's a guy on Instant Feedback named Chris who is just saying, if you think it's childish to play video games as an adult, I think there's something wrong with you. So
I can
prepare for the
understand.
email.
I can understand how our generation thinks
And
that.
dude, I still have.
And we're still putting a stigma on it.
I,
but
my
it's-
thing
that
is I don't have
stigma's
time.
gone.
I'll be honest. Like my thing is like I had to cut something out. I never would play. I can't just sit down and play video games 10 hours a day. I don't have that kind of time. And video games now require that kind of commitment.
Oh yeah, it's a job.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a job, and if you're
That's
not
the
doing
thing.
it,
I do
you
have a
can't
Switch,
compete.
and I'll be honest. I got the new Zelda. I've had it. Rizz's son has it. He's wanted to know what I think about it
Yeah,
for.
keep saying, hey,
I've had
Ray,
it for a
play,
month.
Zelda
I
yet?
haven't even played it yet because I'm just like I don't have time.
It's
Because
like
I know
reading.
that when I sit down to play Zelda, I'm going to get sucked in. And it's going to take, the tutorial alone is probably going to take me 4 hours to figure out all the new game mechanisms and the mechanics.
Where it's also totally different though is it's like it's a communicator. It's getting people together. Where in a time where now we are attached to and we're working on our phones 24 hours a day. We don't have like 8 hours a day work. Now we're completely enveloped. We have to do side hustles. We have to do all these different things to like stay alive and all this. We're always communicating with work. This is a way where you and your friends, male, female,
something else.
adult, whatever, can get together. It's a social thing.
It
so one of the
is.
reasons that I
It-
was
the-
playing Warzone for a while is because I was actually able to hang out with some folks that I didn't have time to hang out with otherwise.
All right, Lauren, would you prefer Call of Duty a couple hours a day or your husband in the basement playing with his toy trains?
Call of Duty. Just
Honey, come down to Sunshine Station.
If Tim had a model train set in our basement that he went down there and tinkered with, we'd not be together. It would be.
What if he wore
The man has a hobby.
No, it's not a hobby.
Yeah, he puts on his engineer
The man
outfit.
has a hobby. It's not cool
real,
enough for you?
What a boner killer, the model train.
What if he came upstairs with a little red bandana around his neck and a pinstriped engineer and he's like, honey, come downstairs. I have a
No.
surprise for you.
I want him to run a train. I don't want him to play it.
World.
No.
You need to look up what run a train means.
I don't think you know.
I don't think
don't
you know.
know.
Just from
Yeah,
the
dude.
way you
You
said,
need to
I
look that
like
up
where you're
right
at.
What do you mean? It's
You
like
look
all
that
up.
sorts of dudes. Oh, God.
Look that up.
Gonna run a train on these chicken fingers. Isolate that. Put it on the soundboard.
That was pretty good. That was pretty
That's
good.
funny.
No, here's my husband. Yesterday, he's this is what's hot. Okay, here it is. Tim's in the garage all weekend long. What's he doing? He's building a cool bench. He's out there just, cutting up
Oh,
wood.
out there on the front porch whittling.
Yes, we're whittling wood. We're making a bench. Gorgeous. He's sweaty. It's all sawdust.
Sounds exciting.
That's what I want. Back to you.
Back to you. You know the new thing with video games is crazy? Because I got a couple buddies that are like hardcore 40-year-old gamers. the new thing now that is crazy to me. They're like, my friend has like actual anxiety from it because he's like, I'm playing this game, Escape from Tarkov, or I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's going to correct
No,
me.
No. That's the one. I got buddies that are in that.
And he's like,
dark hole
they're
as well.
playing this thing where if you die, that's
You
it.
lose all your stuff.
And you lose all your stuff that you've accumulated.
I'm down with that.
And it's like, so whatever you've got in the game, it's like this level of the game where, like, if you go in and you get killed, you don't respawn. You lose like years worth of stuff.
Yeah,
That's
other
what I
people
love.
take your stuff.
That's it.
And
That would make me into it.
He was literally a ball of anxiety when he goes, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm like, dude, it's supposed to be fun, man.
Have you seen what's in my backpack?
Yeah, I'm like, this is supposed to be like a release from the stresses of life.
Yeah.
This is the cause of your stress.
That's
of
really
life.
impressive.
Dude, that's one of the reasons that I stopped doing it. Is because like people were so intense that I realized like, wow, this is affecting
I'm not on
me.
their level.
I'm super intense. Well, no, I'm like we were just getting so intense about it, and we weren't playing. We were playing like an hour, 2-3 nights a week, if that. And these people are playing 15 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
They're gonna
they're
clobber us. It was
Were you
no
the
fun.
guy? What's the name of the guy? Who's like Robert Jenkins? Who's like
Leroy
Jenkins?
Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins. Yeah. And then he gets destroyed.
Yeah, it was fun until it was stress, and I'm out.
Well, just there are 3 billion gamers in the world. Most gamers, 38% of them are 18 to 34 years old. But yet in our age range, 35 to 44, 433 million gamers
Yeah,
our
dude.
age.
It's a lot of money.
$100 billion industry.
Yeah, it's wild. Way cooler than toy trains, though. We've come to that conclusion, right?
Well,
yeah.
less
Hey
creativity.
man,
I didn't have like
stigma is a stigma.
Yeah, it's
I
less
didn't-
creativity than a train. At least you're building stuff and you're
Dorks.
coming up with your own
well,
world.
Minecraft you can build an entire world.
Yeah, but
I
you're
don't
still
get that
limited.
game. I tried to play that with. I played it because I love the kid. My ex girlfriend's kid. I love him. He's my son too. I love him to death. He loves Minecraft. I sit down and I'm like, my God, this is boring.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to
Boring
like.
as
He
hell.
loves it, so I'm trying to love it
Yeah, I
with
can't
him.
get into it.
I didn't have unlimited access. Like there was no. My video game time was very limited as a kid. For one thing, my dad hogged it. Yeah, he got it for us, and then he's like, sit down and watch me play Heavy Barrel. And he would make us watch him play because he kind of got into it.
Huh.
Because this was the beginning. This was like Sega Genesis,
Yeah,
dude. And my dad got it for us for Christmas, but then slowly kind of commandeered it.
Yeah.
Merry
I'm
Christmas.
like, dude, I don't want to watch you play. I'm
Watch
just
me
going to
get
go
these
to my room.
coins as Sonic the Hedgehog.
So I spent a lot of time Choose Your Own Adventure books,
Oh, heck yeah.
Encyclopedia Brown, Boxcar Kids,
Yes.
a couple of what were the Hardy Boys,
Yeah.
and the internet back then was the J.C. Penney catalog, dude. I spent a lot of time thumbing through the toy section,
Yes.
thumbing through the brassiere section. I would go back and forth. But that was kind of the internet back then. It was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to look at boobies for a minute.
You chose
just-
your own adventure.
Yeah, you chose your own adventure. You thumbed to the lingerie section, be like, all right, let's see. That was my Google, was just my lick your thumb and flick through, and then be like, all right, I'm going to go see I'm going to read the description of this Lego set. Maybe I want that for Christmas. It was just like fantasizing about having all the toys and all the boobs and the Sears catalog.
Yeah, when you got the toys and the boobs, it made it all more,
Yeah.
all the more fun.
It's the kid
That was
version of
the-
Sky Mall.
It was the internet of the late 80s, early 90s. It was the big, thick, what was it called? The Wish Book.
The Wish Book. Also,
Came out in the fall.
anybody's dads get Victoria's Secret catalogs mailed to their house for no reason because they're divorced and no woman's living there? Because that's how my childhood was. I'd be like, Dad, why is there a Victoria's Secret catalog here? Oh, well,
I don't know. My mom got Fredericks of
previous owner.
Hollywood, which is like slutty Victoria's Secret.
Fredericks of Hollywood?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
hell
still
yeah.
around? I used to.
Bro, I used to-
Crystal Plaza.
Mall.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, yeah.
I would try
Over by
to
the,
swipe them.
Oh,
Over by the toy store.
Fredericks of Hollywood. I don't think I've ever been in one, but I know.
I never
It's
been in
still
one either.
around
It was
online.
2 doors down from the K Beats toy store.
Oh,
in
there was a
Crystal
brick and
Plaza.
mortar Fredericks here, huh?
Yeah, Crestwood
yeah.
Mall.
Wowee.
Yeah,
You
man.
missed out, pal.
Missed out on that.
Right by
Missed
the
out,
toy
pal.
store.
It was funky.
But is that high-end lingerie?
No,
I
it
have
was
no
kind of
idea. Never
trashier
been
than
there.
Victoria's.
No, it was
It's
low
in a
end.
great way.
Well, it made it
Little
sound
more rock and
Fredericks
roll.
of Hollywood.
Yeah.
It
well.
looked like one of those places you walk in and
It was like if Victoria couldn't keep a secret. You
and
know what I mean?
And some beautiful woman says, "Would you like me to try it on for you?"
Oh, really?
To show you. I'm saying I don't know. Like that's what it
That's
looked
what it was in your head.
Well,
Yeah.
if you put, anything of a location, it sounds, like, ooh, White Castle of Fenton. Woohoo! Fancy. Must be one of those fancier White Castles.
This was just like a lot of very risque,
Yeah.
like crotchless panties.
'Cause if you-
The kind of stuff where the holes cut in the bra.
Yeah. Lots of holes everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of lace, a lot of garters, a lot of what do you call corsets?
Yes.
It's even in their windows right now. If I don't know if it's still open in Hollywood anymore, but I remember walking past there and it's filthy in the windows. It's like, dang,
All
you
right.
put that out here in public. That's good.
Scott cried.
Yeah,
He
but
looked in the window
my
and
gym was upstairs.
He
I
wept
think.
openly on the street.
Said a prayer. All right. No, we're not lighting up gamers this morning. I'm all about it.
Play your games,
I'm okay
man.
with it. Play your games.
Yeah,
Do
don't
it.
get things done. Go ahead.
I wish I had. I mean, once I go in hard. Like I'll get a game and I'm a completist. So if I get one, I have to play it. So I just have to be. I can't have everything. I can't have I would love to play. I want to play Red Dead Redemption. Haven't played it. I want to
it's
play
fun.
Ghosts of Tsushima. Is that right?
I was trying to make my
I heard
way
that game
through
rules.
God of War with my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm all right with it. I wish I had more time to do it.
It's just an investment, man. It's a time investment.
Hey.
It's not like Pitfall.
It's so funny. We were talking about the anxiety.
Dude, I watched this yesterday, and
Dude,
this is true.
I did too. It's crazy. So we were talking about the anxiety that I had, and most people have with like Call of Duty and different things. But it ain't that different than Mario 3. That one level where you're
It was like the
flying
bonus
around.
level.
Yeah,
Just scrolling and you're trying to jump on the blocks and
yeah. So somebody put out this TikTok or whatever, and
And then the music's like.
yeah. Nerd.
Am I right, Learn?
Yes.
Did you look up what running a train
Me
is?
too, guys.
Again, this computer has so much filth on it. Running a train. Meaning.
Way cooler than video games.
And we are here when multiple men have sex with a woman, one after the other, with or without consent. Oh my God.
Whoa, I didn't know
that part.
Oh, no, I learned
Way
that
to
too.
take it
I
there.
take back my running a train.
We warned you.
What a weird time to bring in that audio clue. Hey! Running a train. Hey, Team Rizz, member of the day.
I try to get out of it, man. Team Rizz Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From St. Charles, Sarah Dillard is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Sarah's been a fan of the show since its inception and loves starting her daily morning commute with the gang. She loves hearing myself and Moon bicker like an old married couple and how the guys and Learn help shake off whatever craziness the day throws her way.
That's nice.
Sarah's favorite segments, just two of us, and match up with Moon. Sarah Dillard from St. Charles is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:06, Monday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Lane blocked due to a crash 170 southbound just after St. Charles Rock Road. Your point forecast: dry with low humidity today, loads of sunshine, high of 90, low of 63, right now to 64 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Learn, what do you got?
All right, Jamie Foxx is on a boat. More from the Britney slap experience, which actually got even more interesting than last week. And Homer Simpson sings the hits.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ. Show your emails, RizzShow@1057thepoint.com. Sex Time Fun Facts coming up. Sex Toy of the Week. We will play 3 and 5 just a little bit. Give away some fabulous prizes, including tickets to go see Jelly Roll August 19th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Ghost. That'll be August 11th at the Amphitheater. Godsmack and Stain, July 18th at the Amphitheater. And tickets to go see Youngblood next Friday over at St. Louis Music Park. Well, I was reading this story about this This guy that wound up with a hairy tongue. This is a thing that can happen to you. Rare case of green hairy tongue is pure nightmare fuel.
Ew. I'm gonna look that up.
This guy in Ohio, it's very, very rare, very rare. Medical imagery tends to, and this is the article, tends to burst with gore and horror, from grisly gashes festering flesh to a merciless gush of other odious afflictions. But the most disturbing sights aren't always the most grievous ailments. In a recent case in Ohio, a man there developed a completely benign condition. Ah, crap. Sorry, scared me.
Why, Scott Rizzuto? Why?
Sorry.
You just took it 6 hours from my life.
Sorry.
Why?
That was good.
Sorry.
Why?
Forgot to take it. I will say, I was thinking about this guy's hairy tongue.
Disgusting.
Man briefly developed an unusual condition in which a shaggy carpet of green fibers covered his tongue. The thick plush mat of foul fur was a form of hairy tongue syndrome, which I didn't know I had to worry about this now.
Can't deal. How do you get it?
Hairy tongue syndrome. They don't know.
I just looked at photos of it, and it's like, you know how if you have like a blue popsicle, like you do a bomb pop, and your tongue's all purple and blue. It's like that, only like green and fibrous.
It looks pretty neat.
The most common version of this condition is black, which is also disturbing. But in exceptional rare cases, the repulsive rug could also appear brown, yellow, blue, or green. So now we all have to worry about this.
At least if you have it, nobody else knows.
Do you think
know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
not brushing your teeth kind of thing?
Yeah, how does it happen?
Doctors don't entirely know.
Great.
First identified in 1557. Centuries later, they have no idea. No idea. In the case of this Ohio guy, I guess he was a smoker. He had also excessive coffee or black tea. Bless you. Poor oral hygiene. Certain antibiotics could cause this to happen. But just in your leisure today, look up Green Hairy Tongue.
It's a good band.
Well, I know how you got hairy palms.
Oh, how's that, Rafe?
Is it related?
I think so. I don't think one has
Okay.
something to do with the other. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Big brown spot in the back, and it looks like a hair patch.
And it's not affiliated with any sickness or...
Do we need to do a hairy tongue check right now with the cameras? Let me see.
That's just a
everybody's.
green apple ring pop, dude.
While its cause remains a mystery, its cure is simple. The condition is generally benign and self-limiting. You can't, spread it to anybody.
There it is. Look at that. Look at
Just
that.
mow it.
Gross.
Looks like
How
a bunch
natural.
looks like a bunch of seed ticks.
Oh,
Man.
and it ends up trapping bacteria and fungi, and they say other debris.
Yeah, it looks like a fungus.
Imagine the breath on that person.
That's what happens when you chew tobacco. I'm just saying.
Yo, I mean, you gotta let it go for a long time, right?
I guess
I mean,
so.
look at some of these pictures. I mean, come on, man. I don't see this person as a daily brusher.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, you don't know that.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
like a
know that.
squirrel tail.
But I saw a thing that
I
said
don't know.
sensitivity to toothbrush or toothpaste and mouthwash can also cause that.
Ah,
You guys do the mouthwash? You got that at home?
No,
With
man.
your
We got a
experience?
fancy new one. We got rid of the fluoride thing. Want my brain to work.
I got the Listerine at home, and man, that thing, it just burn. I feel like it's burning off all the bacteria in your
Yeah.
mouth. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I had a
when it
dentist.
stings, you know it works.
Oh, yeah.
I had a dentist, and I'm not saying this is right necessarily, but I had a dentist. I remember I was like upper teens, probably 19, 20 years old, and I remember saying, "Hey, should I be using mouthwash, for cleaner teeth?" And he said, "No, man, it's the same as water. If you hold water in your mouth for 60 seconds before you brush, it will loosen up the same amount of plaque that the mouthwash does."
And
I've heard
germs.
similar
It kills the same
things.
germs
But it
too.
won't burn my epiglottis.
Yes. And you're
I
supposed
need
do
to
it
feel the
before.
burn.
Do it before you brush your teeth, not after, with the mouthwash. Or
Somebody's
the water.
wondering if the carpet matches the tongue.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
It probably does.
You see her tongue bush?
Nah.
Yikes.
She got that 70s tongue. You know what I'm saying?
All right, today is July the 10th. Back in the day, 42 years ago, 1981, The John Carpenter cult classic Escape from New York was released.
Heck yeah.
Saw
Kurt
that
Russell.
on Twitter.
Kurt Russell is a convict sent into Manhattan to rescue the president from the island's maximum security prison. Filmed almost entirely here in St. Louis.
Yeah, on Washington Ave.
Well, and I read about this. The darkened streets were filmed in downtown St. Louis, an area which had been severely damaged during a massive urban fire in 1976. The city cooperated by turning off lights for several blocks during filming. The plane crash site is the corner of North Broadway and St. Charles Streets. And they talk about Union Station being used as a location.
It's pretty cool.
So if you watch Escape from New York, it's pretty much all in St. Louis. 34 years ago, 1989, the great Mel Blanc, the man of 1,000 voices, died in L.A. He was 81. I mean, this guy, he voiced Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Speedy Gonzales, Foghorn Leghorn, Yosemite Sam, also the voice of Barney Rubble.
Dang.
28 years ago, 1995, Jerry Garcia plays his last Grateful Dead show. He would pass 6 months later. 24 years ago, 1999, the U.S. women's soccer team wins the World Cup, beating China on penalty kicks at the Rose Bowl. To celebrate, very famously, Brandy Chastain takes off her sweaty jersey to expose her very sweaty Nike sports bra. What a commercial for Nike.
Yep.
And 14 years ago today, in 2009, the movie Bruno was released. That was the follow-up, right? That was the Borat follow-up?
I think so.
Yeah, it's one of his characters from that show.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right.
He had Ali G, Borat, and Bruno.
A
lot of Wang in that one.
Yeah, a lot of Wang.
Never
Wang.
watched it.
Yeah, I never saw
Oh,
it.
you'd love it.
I never saw
Because
it.
there's tons of
A
Wang.
lot of Wang.
A lot of Wang.
You know what? I do appreciate a movie where there's full frontal dudes because I feel like as women, you have all seen so much breast.
Full frontal dudity.
Dudity, yes.
You would love Righteous Gemstones.
I love Righteous Gemstones.
They are leveled the playing field.
For real.
I kind of feel like it's more. I feel like it's shifted.
Yeah, it's like
I feel like there's way more dong now.
I'm into
getting
it.
hung than ever before.
I just read apparently in the new Oppenheimer movie.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
You okay.
Just
I don't
calm
want
the
to
hell
spoil. All
down,
right, here we go.
all right?
I don't want to mow your lawn.
Yeah, stop. Get off my lawn.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. Well, we all care about Jamie Foxx on this show. TMZ published the first public images of Jamie Foxx since his mysterious medical complications that occurred 3 months ago. Sunday afternoon, Jamie waved to crowds as he cruised around on a yacht down on the Chicago River. TMZ reports that they've seen video, which they have yet to post, of Jamie on his feet enjoying the nightlife. He's been under treatment in Chicago for 2 months, and the physical rehab center where Jamie Foxx lives specializes in brain trauma.
So he's on a boat. Everything's okay.
Everything's all right.
Moving on.
Madonna seems to have turned a corner in her recovery as well from that bacterial infection. Page 6 reports that the Material Girl, who was reportedly found unconscious in her home almost 2 weeks ago, was spotted walking around with friends in New York City over the weekend. The 64-year-old was reportedly wearing massive sunglasses, a wide-brimmed hat, and sneakers, and that she leaned somewhat heavily on a lamppost while waiting to cross the street. This is the report.
this is
oddly
exciting
specific.
news right
This is
there.
very specific. But eyewitnesses say she looked happy, seemed to have no trouble walking. So
And
that's
everything's
good.
all right.
Everything's
Leave it
all
on the
right.
lamppost,
Madonna.
everything's all right.
Jonah Hill's ex-girlfriend named Sarah Brady shared some texts when they were dating where he's telling her what she can and cannot do if she's going to continue to be his girlfriend. She says that Jonah Hill is a misogynist, a narcissist, and emotionally abusive. Now, in the text, Jonah is basically setting all these boundaries with her, including, not having inappropriate friendships with men, how she cannot post sexual pictures of herself, or having friendships with women who are, quote, in unstable places and from your wild recent past.
Do you find anything wrong with that?
I do. I think, but also, did you watch Stutz, right, where he had done all this work with his therapist?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't see that.
Really incredible. I don't know when I guess they started dating in 2021. So I feel like Jonah Hill he's been trying to come out of maybe some really bad behavior or things about himself that were pretty negative. So
If you read these text messages, first of all, it's only one side, so you don't see what she's writing back.
Right.
So she could easily delete her responses to those things.
But the picture that she posted on Instagram from 2021, where allegedly Jonah Hill was like, you can't post this photo. It's too sexual. It's her in like a low-cut V-neck, not overly sexual at all. And so he had an issue with that. I don't know. I think it's a bit controlling, honestly, of his behavior. You don't
Controlling, yes.
I don't know.
The internet was really split on this, on whether this was absolute abuse or him setting boundaries and saying this is...
Makes me uncomfortable when you do this.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely like kind of alarming. Some of the things. She's a surfer, and he's like, take your pictures down if you're in a bikini or a swimsuit. And I'm like, but then somebody posted like all the pictures of hers. In the past, he had, when they weren't dating, that he was putting like heart emojis on. It just seemed like insecurity.
Yeah.
She was having to deal with a lot of his insecurity. And I watched that Stutz. I thought he was kind of manipulative in that.
Really?
Honestly, when I watched it, I thought it was really good, and I love that it brought therapy to the forefront. But like during that documentary, when he asked Jonah, I felt like he was manipulative with his mother and the way he painted her. And I thought he was a little manipulative in like, there was a point where the guy asked him to talk about something because he's like, I'm going to strip it down and be raw. And he sat there and I could see him like processing his image and being like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about me.
I don't know. All this stuff is out of context, and you could easily erase your responses to whatever he's writing. So
sure.
I hope that if her side of this is accurate, I think that he is putting in the work himself now to, disable a lot of really toxic traits about himself. And I think, like Rafe, you always say, like, we're never our own worst, like we're never the sum of our worst moments. Like we can evolve and grow. Like I feel like he's trying to grow and get through his crap.
And her releasing private messages, too, that's pretty
sucks.
douchey.
Yeah, it sucks. The whole thing sucks.
And also, like, there is a world, I don't know how to confirm. I mean, I could easily you could put my number in your phone as Jonah Hill, and I could start...
It just says Jonah, so who knows?
Good point.
He hasn't said anything.
Last week, we talked about the story where Britney Spears was slapped by Spurs rookie Victor Wembanyama's security team. Well, over the weekend, more details got straightened out. First of all, nobody's getting charged with hitting Britney Spears in the face because nobody actually hit Britney in the face. It was her own hand.
Yeah.
She slapped herself.
Oh, my gosh.
So if you missed this, Britney was trying to get the attention of the rookie. Outside a Vegas restaurant, security guy pushed Britney's hand away from Victor and into her own face. Police determined that he, quote, did not willfully or unlawfully use force or violence. But then here's the nightcap of the story.
Did you see the video?
I did.
So she runs up on him.
Yeah.
And without looking, the security guard didn't know who it was and just took her hand and just before she touched him.
And she said that she had a hoodie on. She didn't. She was Britney Spears. There was no covering up of Britney Spears, and he just didn't recognize her. Yeah.
Well, so like a maniac woman runs up behind him, and the security guard grabs her arm before she touches him.
It looked like a bang bang reaction.
Yes,
for sure. He did. I mean, she smacked the dog crap out of herself. It was
the glasses were off.
Yeah, she popped herself good.
But I love the nightcap of the story, which is Pauly Shore is now involved.
Oh,
because right after all this monstrosity happened, Britney went into the restaurant to eat, booted Pauly Shore from his booth, not on purpose, allegedly, but Pauly had been seated down at this restaurant. He got up to go use the restroom. Somebody then seated Britney Spears and her husband at that same table. And so when Pauly Shore came back, he grabbed his phone, glasses, and fanny pack and had to find another table.
Oh.
I love that he has a fanny pack. Jennifer Gardner is returning as Elektra in Deadpool 3. She last played the character in 2005's Elektra. No word on if she's going to have a major role or just a cameo, but that's kind of cool if you love Jennifer Gardner. I was looking up, too, because I thought maybe Ben Affleck and her met on the set of Elektra because they were both in that movie, and they didn't. It was Pearl Harbor, and then they got together after being in Daredevil together. Oppenheimer. We're all going to see it.
I think it's Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, whatever. Oppenheimer.
Yes, I'm going to see that movie, yes.
Well, apparently there's going to be sex scenes, and it's going to be prolonged full nudity. Christopher Nolan says it's as strong as he's ever done. And I don't know if you know about this, though, but people are doing the double feature. They're going to see Oppenheimer and Barbie in the same sitting. So you buy a ticket to each, and they're calling it Barbenheimer.
They're calling it an entire day.
Yeah, you're spending $70.
So Oppenheimer's it's a long movie. So then you go see. So what do you see first?
You see Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer first, then kind of lighten the mood with With Barbie?
Of Barbie, yes. So it's called...
And both those movies come out when?
July 21st.
July 21st.
Ryan Gosling has a song...
Well, and by the way, it's Florence Pugh that's naked.
Oh.
I believe in Oppenheimer, a prolonged...
This is exciting for us.
Nude scene. Very exciting.
Ryan Gosling has a song on the Barbie soundtrack called I Am a Ken, and it has Slash from Guns N' Roses on it. Also, there's a new interview out with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling where they're doing an interview with puppies. So this thing is as bubblegum pop press junket as you can get. I absolutely love it.
That's a series from one of these websites where they interview people as puppies are running around on the floor.
I'm into it.
Ah, yes, the series.
Taylor Swift put Taylor Lautner in a new video, I Can See You, Taylor's version, and then she brought him out on stage this weekend in Kansas City. So women, just when you thought the women at the Taylor Swift shows couldn't scream any louder, Taylor Lautner comes out and they lost their minds.
Okay, so review from the Kansas City shows. I talked to somebody whose wife and daughter went and said the shows were terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Like Taylor Swift she's an amazing artist, puts on a great show. They said it was an absolute nightmare trying to leave that parking lot.
Absolutely.
Oh, Arrowhead is never easy to get out of.
3 hours to get out.
I haven't.
3 hours.
Yeah, my daughters were there. I haven't talked to them about the traffic yet. I'll ask them about it today.
When we
Ask them if
lost
they had the same thing. Because
when we lost the
3 hours.
AFC game to the Patriots championship game a few years ago, I went and
I was there.
it was like the saddest parade because you're stuck leaving the stadium for like an hour and a half. It's just like the saddest.
We just camped out.
Parade of
We got the
cars.
grill out
Yeah,
again.
usually people just camp out and wait it out. I also think it's funny that it's very American to be like, we're going to go see a movie about when we literally firebombed an entire nation and burned hundreds of thousands of people to a crisp. But rather than go home and process it, I'm going to go see Barbie.
Yep. We're just going to put some dirt on.
I'm just going to go see Margot Robbie and Barbie. Have a little dessert.
Not think about what happened.
A little something, little chocolate fountain.
Harry
funny.
Styles has been hit in the face with something on a stage. He was in Vienna for the Love on Tour, and as he's walking out, somebody hit him in his left eye. He's visibly in pain from the video you can watch on our blog. Putting his hand up to his face, he almost doubles over, then pushes through the pain, keeps walking off the stage. He had a furry green jumpsuit on.
Now he has a hairy tongue.
That's
What
right.
a hero.
And finally, we all love Homer Simpson. This is kind of interesting. There's a series of videos which shows with AI what it would be like if Homer Simpson were singing a variety of songs. And so somebody used episodes of The Simpsons and audio of Homer's voice. They then went to Voicify AI, and this TikTok user created music videos with different songs. And I sent you a couple of them.
Yeah, I got a couple.
So here we go.
Here we go. Homer Simpson singing Creep by Radiohead.
Radiohead.
It's okay. It's all right.
Go to
Just like an angel.
go to the Nirvana one.
What do you think?
Skin makes me crawl.
This is drunk Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Homer-ish.
That's a guy trying to be Homer.
It's Homer-ish. Okay, here's Nirvana's I'm on a Plane. This is good. That's all right. I like that one better.
All right, that's your crap on celebrities.
Thank you.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today, Isabella Merced is 22. That's the star of the live-action Dora the Explorer. Perry Edwards, that's Little Mix singer. She was engaged to Zayn Malik, 30. Jessica Simpson is 43. Thomas Ian Nicholas, that's 3 first names. Who's Thomas Ian Nicholas, you ask?
He was in The Rookie.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, okay. Yeah. American Pie.
That's right. Kevin Myers in American Pie. He was Henry Rowan Gardner.
Right, that's right.
Rosenbagger. He messes up his name every time. He's 43. Adrian Grenier is 47. Sofia Vergara is 51. Gary LaVox. Who's Gary LaVox? That is the Rascal Flatts singer, also friend of the Rizz show.
Yes.
Him and his gang like to hang out with our show. He's 53. Neil Tennant, Pet Shop Boys singer, is 69. Arlo Guthrie is 76. And Robert Pine is 82. That's Sergeant Joseph on Chips. Also, just honorable mention, it's Ronnie James Dio's birthday today. He passed away in 2010.
Great documentary.
Do you remember that being 13 years old? or his death was 13 years ago. 2010, Ronnie James Dio. Speaking of documentary, I finally caught up on American Gladiators.
Oh, yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Oh, boy, it's good, dude.
So good.
It's really good.
There's a new Ashley Madison documentary.
I started
out,
watching
too.
that. It starts off very slow.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I thought it looked good.
It starts off slow. I
funny
watched the
to
first, 25 minutes of it. It starts off slow. I'll give it a shot, though. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Casey James. Today's birthday girl has been in 14 fine films. Only 14, but boy, did she make an impact. She was in Twisted Tales of Bondage, The Toe-Tied Spy. She was in Slave Girl, Grounded Flight Attendants. Okay, let's see if you can pick up a theme here. She was in Boob Cruise Paradise.
Okay.
She was in Boob Cruise 2000.
Okay.
Boob Cruise 1998. Boob Cruise 1998 After Hours. And who can forget her role in 2003's Boobs Ahoy?
Oh,
Wow.
Man, it sounds like she gets around. She's a vacationer.
She likes the water.
Casey James is 55 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.
Happy birthday, Casey.
We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we will play 3 and 5 and give away some fabulous prizes, as we always do on Monday. We have Godsmack Stain tickets, we got Ghost tickets, we got Jelly Roll tickets, and we got tickets to go see Youngblood. So 3 and 5, simple concept. Moon's going to throw out a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win your choice of prizes. No ums or ahs to start your answers. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. We'll play 3 and 5 next. All right, 7:40 Monday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic being brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Still on 170 there, we got delays 170 southbound between Natural Bridge Road and Missouri D. That average speed is down to about 20 miles an hour, so look out. Also a lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle, 141 Woods Mill Road southbound at Manchester. Your point forecast, dry with low humidity and loads of sunshine, high of 90, low of 63. Right now it is 65 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
So King Scott's going to Cabo Wednesday?
Oh,
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
He's gone already. He left early.
Sorry, salesperson just reached out to me. Yes, I am heading out there, flying out Tuesday night.
Flying out
to good
Tuesday
old
night.
Los Angeles, have a full day in Los Angeles, hang out with some friends, and then Thursday, Vamanos down to Mexico.
Vamonos. And you were going to Nashville on Wednesday?
Yes. Tuesday, right after the show.
Tuesday after the show, so it's just the 3 of us.
That's right.
Can make a real good
Actually,
show.
Wednesday, I believe we have some guests coming in to hang out with us.
Yeah, Mark Close and John Hewlett of the Vinyl Exam Program on Sundays on Casey will be
Radio
there.
legends. Here. Hanging out.
I can't wait. They're coming in at 6. We're gonna have the open brain hour with those two, and
I feel like we should get ready for the old guys. Like, what do we need here? Metamucil.
yes. No, what we need are
Did that cream of wheat?
Prunes?
No.
A bag of prunes?
You guys
I'll
better
get
put
everything.
better some rock candy out in a dish.
Yeah, Werther's.
Yeah.
John likes to eat sunflower seeds while he's on the air, so we'll have.
Does he really?
I'm gonna bring in their snacks.
While he's on the air.
We're going to have crossword puzzles.
Shoehorns? I feel like we need shoehorns.
Yep. Shoehorns, crossword puzzles, and it's a picture of Jennifer Aniston framed looking at John the whole time.
He's
Perhaps-
got a crush on her.
big
Perhaps some
time.
bucket hats.
Some Brill cream.
I'm trying to think of everything my
Brill
grandpa.
cream?
Brill cream is what my grandpa used to comb his hair. And it was just grease in a tube, dude. That's how they used to slick it down back in the day. You
Like
can still
what?
get it.
With a fine tooth comb,
Yeah, you
the
just
black
squirt some of
fine-tooth
that.
comb.
And I mean,
Some
it
possum
was.
fat.
It's almost
Possum fat.
duck fat or something. Dude. It's almost like
viscous.
it's grease.
Possum fat. Is that
Dude,
is
that was like
real,
what
Scott?
the really poor hillbillies had to use to get their hair to be greased. And Lester, or Flats and Scruggs has a great song about that. It's pretty ridiculous.
Oh, and now we've pissed them off, and they've just canceled.
Yep, they just
There you
John
go.
just texted, I'm not
Just
coming in.
canceled. Damn it. I'm very much looking forward to having them on.
They love you. I mean, all of you.
Well, I love both of them.
I know you do.
They're
Mark
such
Close sat
nice
on your
guys.
desk last week, and you didn't freak out. So that's how much I know you love Mark Close.
Man.
He just
That did happen, yes.
he
Mark
sat
Close
left.
sat on my desk.
What?
as he was doing something on his computer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The ball's
That's a
on that
first.
guy.
What am I going to do?
Right.
Push him off?
Yeah.
He could break a hip, and that's it.
That's it.
And,
You'll be burned at the stake in this town. Yeah.
and that's it. So that'll be fun on Wednesday. The vinyl exam guys will be here. Mark Close and John Hewlett.
And we're going to get into some music trivia.
Oh, we're getting into it, huh? Well, let's get into this thing.
Who wrote?
Huh?
It's some music trivia with those guys. Who wrote Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy from Company B? And they're like, I know this
like
one.
Beethoven stuff. Let's play 3 in 5 as we do every Monday. So this is the game where Moon asks you, gives you a category. And you name 3 things in the category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win your choice of prizes. We got Godsmack Stain tickets. We got Ghost tickets, Jelly Roll tickets, Youngblood tickets. Remember, no ums or ahs to start your answer. So, Moon, shall we practice?
Sure.
Who first?
Let's go with Rafe.
Rafe. Here we go. We're practicing 3 and 5. Here we go. Here is your category. Name 3 things in 5 seconds.
Name 3 members of the Rolling Stones.
Keith Richards, Mick Jagger, Ronnie Wood.
There you go. Nice. Done. Learn.
Learn.
What?
Your turn.
Name 3 members of Hoobastank.
No.
Stank and
There's Dan.
Yeah.
There's
Another D.
Doug.
Doug.
And Hooba.
And a
And
C.
Hooba.
Chris.
Good old Hooba Chris.
I didn't even know there were people in the band Hoobastank.
Oh,
Where did
that's
you
the
pull
one-
that from?
that's
I thought it was
mean.
AI generated music.
Well, you know what? It's because when we were touring with them years and years ago, we would do all these radio things, and they were on the middle of like a radio tour, and they're the nicest. It's a great
Yes, they've been
band.
here
they're
before.
so they're so
Super
good
nice
live. Great dudes. They were voted. I forget, it was Rolling Stone or something. It was something huge. They were voted the most unrecognizable band, and we thought that was funny. And then I realized like how devastating that is as far as a business and a
I
brand.
can see that lead
It's such
singer
a
in my
bummer.
head. I just don't know what his name is.
Doug Robb.
Yeah. I remember all the videos. I mean, he was cute. So I
He
knew
still
that.
is cute.
Yeah.
They're all cute. Dan just had a birthday yesterday. The dude still looks like he's 33.
He still got long, kind of brown hair, the lead singer.
Yeah, man.
Shaggy
No,
hair.
you know who the most unrecognizable band is? Not Hoobastank. 3 Doors Down.
No, see,
3
Brad
doors-
Arnold. I
if
just named
3
his
doors
name.
down, walk down the street, you would have no idea.
No, that dude looks
I
like
would know.
That dude looks like a Shannon. What's that guy's name?
Michael Shannon.
Michael
from-
Shannon.
Yeah, he does. A little bit.
Looks like
The
it's
actor.
General Zod.
He does a little bit. All right, let's go to the phone. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Amanda in Granite City. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Amanda, here we go. 3 and 5.
Okay, name 3 movies in theaters right now.
I got nothing. I went blank.
we
All
talked
right.
about 2.
There's Insidious: The Red Door, which I think was #1 at the box office this
Okay.
weekend. There is Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there
Barbie?
is no, Barbie's not out yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spider-Man.
Oppenheimer's not.
We went to the movies and saw Spider-Man.
The
What
Sound
else
of
is out?
Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
That's the #1 movie.
Is that the number one movie?
But right? Didn't that what I saw over the weekend? It hit #1.
I thought Insidious was #1. I don't know.
I saw a thing online that was fake. That the company that made people who were buying tickets just sold out Sound of Freedom, and there's like 2 people in the theater. Oh. The theater company was like buying up all its own tickets to inflate the numbers.
Well, one wrong, Amanda. Next.
Okay, name 3 types of footwear.
Sandals, boots, tennis shoes.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, one final one. Here we go.
Name 3 famous people named Brian.
Brian Adams.
Brian, nope.
Brian
Why, her?
Wilson.
It is
Her
my.
connection was noisy.
I am so stoked that her first Brian was Brian Adams. That's pretty ripping.
Yeah. Brian from Family Guy.
I like her style.
Brian
Would have
Warner.
accepted
Would
that.
you accepted that?
Yeah, Brian Wilson. All right, Darren, hello.
What's going on?
All right,
man.
Darren, here we go. 3 and 5.
Name 3 games or sports where athletes swing something.
Baseball, tennis, golf.
Yes. Nice.
Man, see? Excellent job.
Very good.
Took us time, didn't panic. All good. 1 right. Next.
Done this one before. Name 3 flavors of Gatorade.
Arctic freeze, grape,
Fruit punch.
bummer.
Bummer indeed.
Bummer.
Bummer indeed. One final one, Darren. Here we go.
Name 3 shows or movies about cowboys.
Blazing Saddles,
Killing it.
I do love his first choice, though. That's a good one. Meow, meow, meow.
Ryan, hello.
Good morning, guys.
All right, Ryan, 3 and 5. Here we go.
All right. Name 3 major cities east of the Mississippi.
New York, Times Square.
Boy.
That's okay.
Oh, boy. That
New
was
York, Times Square.
that was a gimme. You blew that one.
Fish. Are sharks fish? Yes, sharks are fish.
Sharks are fish. But would you give them just a fish answer?
A generalized fish.
Generalized fish.
I mean,
Judges,
can you
Fish
say
live in water. Fish live in water.
Can you say fish, barracuda, bass?
Fine.
Fine. Yes.
You can? Damn, y'all are
You
loose.
should-
I wanted to give him shark till he said it was a mammal.
Yeah, y'all are
I
loose.
was like, I don't know, man.
I'm a nice
Because I was
guy.
like, I am not scared of fish. I am scared of sharks. So there's a differentiation there for me.
All right, one final one there, Ryan.
But you are afraid of fish if you're afraid of sharks, because sharks are fish.
Well, I'm not afraid of all fish.
Not on my watch.
Damn, man. Y'all are
Whale shark.
Okay,
That's a mammal.
name 3 large theme parks.
Six Flags.
Not today, Ryan.
Nope.
Not
Holiday
today.
World. Disney.
Not today.
Silver Dollar City. Worlds of Fun.
Okay.
Six Flags over Mid-America. Six Flags over Chicago.
Yeah, you
Six
could-
Flags
yeah.
over Texas.
Brandon, hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, let's play 3 and 5. Here we go.
Name 3 of Rizz's favorite foods.
Steak, burgers, chicken.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Sure, I love all those things. Okay, next.
Name 3 American gladiators' names.
Oh my God.
I have no idea.
Oh, you could have just been like Ice,
Woo!
Jim.
Nitro Blaze.
Doug.
We could have looked it up. It might have been it. It's all right, you'll get him this
They'd
time.
done all the Hoobastank names again. We wouldn't know.
Here we go. Last one, Brandon.
All right, name 3 things you see in a museum.
Paintings, sculptures, people.
Yes.
That's very good.
Very good.
We did
Somebody's
4
been to a
paintings,
museum.
P, sculptures, people.
Okay. Let's go to Shane in St. Louis City. Shane.
I'm here, guys.
Hey, Shane. Here we go. 3 and 5.
Name 3 famous drummers.
Lars Ulrich, Tommy Lee.
Dave Grohl.
Oh, man.
That's okay.
All right. Next.
You say
Name-
Lars Ulrich?
Yep.
Yep.
That's fine.
We were going to give it to him, weren't we?
Yeah,
I was going to give
I
it
was
to
gonna
him.
give it to him.
Yeah.
If sharks and fish are different. Name 3 popular girls' names.
Brittany, Sky, Amanda.
Sure.
Very good.
All right.
Amanda, going back to 85.
Sure. All right. One final one.
I
Here
see
we
a
go.
lot of baby Amanda.
Everybody was named
Hey, you want to
Amanda.
hold Amanda?
Linda. There ain't no baby Linda.
I don't see that anymore. Okay, name 3 military ranks.
I couldn't tell you that one.
Oh, man, take a guess, man.
Oh,
Captain,
no, it's-
General,
Sergeant.
Major, Admiral, anything.
Boy, you just floored Rafe.
I mean, not a
Who's
try.
not in the Pork-Steak Army? This guy
I
right here.
mean, you could say general. Jeez.
That's what I said.
You could say Private Parts
basics.
and Major Woody. If you watch Beavis and Butthead, you're halfway, you're 2/3 of the way there.
Oh, man. Okay. I think Shane just gave up too
Yeah.
early on that one. Didn't
man.
Didn't think it out.
Got to be a trier. I mean, you just quit.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay. Disappointing. Nathan, hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right, Nathan, here we go. 3 and 5.
Nathan, name 3 teams in the NBA.
Lakers, Cavs, and Heat.
Very good.
Very good.
He delivered that cool as a cuke. That was a cute, cool delivery, Nathan.
Next.
Name 3 Australian bands.
Got me there.
Oh. Okay. It's a tough one.
Comes down to this.
Comes down to this.
Name 3 famous comedians.
Rafe Williams, Robin Williams, and Will Smith.
He went
Man, it's
Will.
Will
okay,
Smith.
I guess Will Smith is a comedic actor.
If you guys are fish and sharking it, then
Will Smith, comedian,
you have to give this to
Nathan.
A
Come
comic.
on, man.
Don't Nathan, come on. This is you as a judge. This is you all. You all did this. Put this
Yeah.
on you. Give him the
of-
tickets.
Because of
gotta
the
be
shark
kidding
and the
me,
fish,
Nathan.
I think, we have to do it.
Yeah. You all set this precedent.
Yeah.
Boy, you limped to the finish line there, Nathan.
No,
I'm just
he
giving
won
it to you out of sheer ego. Because you said famous comedians.
Will Smith.
Also, Josh on Instant Feedback says if Rizz can give a lady tickets on Friday, fish and shark should count.
You
So
got to be kidding me.
You're getting lit up, boy.
As you should. Loose.
Yeah.
Y'all could go to hell.
Soft. You soft as hell these days. Tell you what.
Let's go to Rich in Owensville. Rich, good morning.
How's it going? Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go. Last contestant, 3 and 5.
Name 3 things you see on a plane.
Seats, face mask, seat buckles.
Seat buckles.
Man.
You know, the things
no,
to keep
yeah.
those seats in.
Oh, yeah.
You do see it.
You got it.
With those seats flying around.
Next.
Name 3 things that any Rizz show member did this weekend.
No clue. Just started listening a half hour ago.
Oh,
going
shoot.
on?
Could have said eaten, went to the
Sleeping.
bathroom, and
Running a
slept.
train.
Running a train.
Well, he missed that part. He missed that part.
Yeah, you better rewind, brother.
Okay, one final one. Here we go. Last one, 3 and 5.
Name 3 countries in the southern hemisphere.
Brazil, Argentina, Australia.
Nice.
Look at this guy.
Geography over here. All right, hang on.
Mr. Geography.
Hey, we got Johnny Geography on the phone or something.
Done with that. Let's take a break.
That was good.
We'll come back with your Sex Town Fun Facts. And Sex Toy of the Week. It's 8:06. It is Monday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Lane blocked due to debris on the road 55 northbound. It's right at Butler Hill Road. We also have delays. Not too bad. Average speed down about 25 miles an hour, 270 eastbound between Big Bend and Manchester. Your point forecast dry with low humidity and loads of sunshine. High of 90, low of 63. Right now it is 69 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, do you go to bed at the same time as your partner? An over-the-counter gel for ED is going to be available soon. And is it a hot dad summer?
Oh!
All right, we'll chop it up next. Boy, you see, Tom Segura lost a ton of weight.
He looks good.
Really?
A ton of weight. And Bert Kreischer has gained a ton of weight.
He looks good.
And he looks good. He looks good. All right, let's get into this 6-time fun facts thing. And it's sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
So I know with our schedules, it's tough to go to sleep at the same time as our significant others.
Yeah.
My wife goes to bed after I'm in bed. Does Tim?
Sometimes on Mondays, he's got to get up real early for a meeting. So sometimes he'll go to bed with me on Sundays.
Okay.
That's nice.
Mallory?
We go to bed at the same time every night.
Every night, huh?
That's cool.
Every night's awesome.
Wow.
Rafe?
No. Not once. Not a single time. The best I can hope for is that she's not beating on pots and pans at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. Scott, your wife?
Yep, we go to bed at the same time.
Same time, huh?
Every
Nice.
night. Yeah.
Same time.
She
I know my
gets up
wife
early?
tries to, come to bed as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But, with the kids and everybody, it's, my house is chaos.
Yeah. No, I think my wife does that. Like you said, does she get up early? She actually does. She started to get up almost the same time I do now, just so she can
wonderful.
actually have a really long morning to herself.
Well, do you go to bed at the same time as your significant other? Maybe you should. Because according to a new study, couples who get into bed around the same time are generally happier than couples who don't. And it doesn't matter whether they're doing like physical stuff or not. Mm-hmm. People just like being in bed together to watch shows, to talk, to read, or even simultaneously scroll on their own phones. It's just being in bed with the one you love, your partner, is better for your for your relationship.
I like it.
Yeah, we do very much enjoy it. The last portion of our day is with one another. That's it. But that's it.
Yeah, I do cherish those times where we do have all right, everybody's doing their own thing, just lay in bed. I'm like, yeah. It doesn't have to be necessarily physical stuff. It could be just, hey, there you are.
Helps.
Yeah, just that connection.
Yeah.
Especially after the chaos of the day, just at the end, hey, it's just you and I.
I asked Tim last night. He didn't have to get up early today. And I said, hey, want to come lay down and I'll fall asleep. We can watch Game of Thrones. And he declined my offer. And he stayed in the living room. Doing God only knows what.
It's because you made him sit next to you.
Watching Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, he was seeing the Khaleesi on his own.
On his own time. Well, the researchers found couples who go to sleep at different times reported less satisfaction in their relationships and felt less connected to their partners overall.
Are you guys watching the show? I mean, when you watch a show together, is it okay for the other person to watch a show and get ahead?
For this one, yeah, I've already seen Game of Thrones. I've already gone through the series.
Oh, I see. Okay, never mind.
So if he wanted to skip ahead and do whatever to the Khaleesi last night, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already seen it.
Okay, that's a little bit different.
But new show, like Righteous Gemstones, absolutely not. Sacred.
We have been, I've been out of town, for a show or something and come home and she had watched 20 minutes or something. I was like, I mean, like, personal,
how dare you?
Personal
How dare you?
offense. Like, what? I mean, that happened like once.
That's so hard, though, because there's always
Never
a
happened
sleeper.
again.
There's a sleeper in every company.
you?
Yeah, I don't.
Tina's a sleeper.
I can't do it anymore.
We get 10 minutes into something. She'll spend 40 minutes trying to decide what to watch on Netflix, falls asleep before the credits are over. And then I'm like, well, I'm in now. I'm watching.
She's my people.
So we've tried. I will say, since I started this job, though, it has been nice. Like Saturday nights when she's home, kind of feels like when you first start, because we're not sleeping in the same room. So when it's Saturday and I don't have to get up early and we can sleep in the same bed, it kind of feels like, oh, a girl's sleeping over. You know what I mean?
How about
like
that?
Like
Heck
New
yeah.
and spicy.
Well, it just feels like, it's nice.
Yes.
Having a reprieve from it makes you appreciate,
Yes.
when
The moment you do have to go.
Yeah.
When did you decide, like the first week when she came home, did you guys decide separate rooms or how did that decision
Well, yeah, I just knew she's not going to bed when I go to bed. She's not. She's a night owl. She's a comedian too.
Yeah.
And she's very loud. And she's recently started snoring in the last year of our relationship. Very loudly and not rhythmically at all.
Oh, no.
Does anybody
Yeah.
snore quietly? I've never heard of.
Well, and I snore, so I feel, but I have a CPAP. I'm full on. I'm full on Bane when I go. When I go down, I go into the cryogenic tube, and she just started snoring. And I'm a light sleeper, and she's not. It's not fair to her, but it is what it is. Like I can't handle it, so I would get up and move to the couch. So she's giving me a reprieve from that, I think, and also just she's up. But it's nice on Saturdays.
It's nice on Saturdays.
She
Yes.
comes in and I'm like, I got nothing to do. You're not keeping me. If you keep me up, there's no ramifications.
Yeah, I like those Fridays and Saturdays where we go to bed, together. When the moment is right, you could be ready faster. The FDA has authorized the first over-the-counter topical gel for erectile dysfunction. So a clinical trial showed the gel worked within minutes and provided performance similar to ED pills. Your Viagra's, your Cialis's. So the miracle drug is called Eroxon.
Eroxon.
Get out of here.
Eroxon.
I was in hostess erectoplasm.
Eroxon.
Erectoplasm.
So it's already available in the UK. 4 doses. 4 doses for $30. That's pretty good. Analysts predict Eroxon could be available on U.S. shelves by 2025.
How much research has gone into erectile dysfunction just across the world? I feel like.
Do you want to know?
I feel like dudes have 1,000 options for erectile dysfunction. However, when women go through menopause and things start to dry up, there's literally no research or ability to help with that at all. And
Aquaphor.
what?
Lube.
I'm just putting this out there as a woman who's a
There's
heterosexual.
plenty of lubricant.
I'm really sick of
There's
hearing about
plenty
your
of
ED
lubricants.
and get me prepared for what's going to happen to me in about.
Just get a little spray
44
bottle like
years.
you use to keep cats off the counter.
That's
That's not going to help anything.
Good to go. Just give it a spritz and go in.
Don't come at me with your spray bottles and your
There's
lubricants.
plenty of lubricants.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a difference. Trust me. I've talked to people going through the change, painful sex, all sorts of stuff happening, and I don't look forward to any of it.
And there's
Yes.
nothing out there for it?
And the research on the vagina in general has been so minimal, which is really disturbing.
Not true. I've been doing hardcore research
Since I was
most of
about
my
12 or
adult life.
13.
Anyway, back to you.
It is a crazy industry. When I did my thesis for my graduate degree, it was about who would pay for nationalized health care and just erectile dysfunction pills. Just like the three biggies, Levitra, Cialis, and Viagra. It was like a $14 billion a year industry with a B.
Here we go.
That's just for three things that solve erection problems. Mm-hmm. That's how much the drug companies were making yearly.
Dude,
and they do not pay into the system, by
just
the
to
way.
give you like a glimpse. So like endometriosis, which is something that women can develop, which is extremely painful.
Very painful from what I hear.
Terrifying. Okay. Lots of people have it. There is no research. There is no way to, we'll burn it off. Okay. That's literally as far as we've come on that. And it's, as a woman, it's really scary. You guys get everything as far as the research. How do we get the penis to stay erect? That's been the focal point of medical research from the sexual organs division from the beginning of time.
Nobody's doing any research
They
on
have
anything
female
else.
Viagra.
It doesn't look like that. No, it does not. Trust me. I go to the gyno, and if I have any sort of, it's like
Maybe
they
scientists
just
are
take a
just
guess.
having a problem cracking the code.
They just get a bag out. They go, let's see. Oh, it's probably this, and they hand you a prescription.
Maybe
What?
Scientists are nerds. They can't find the clitoris, for one thing,
Right.
let alone.
Excuse me. I found it yesterday.
Excuse me, we've done vast research, and it's actually a myth.
Yeah, there we go.
Is it maybe a money thing?
There's plenty of money to be made in female gynecology and everything that you need. We need to know how that works.
Gynecology. That may be a
I'm
word.
asking.
I'm not
I was
sure.
saying, the endometriosis stuff, I know it's not cheap, but I know the best of the best doctor here in town. If any ladies are struggling with that,
So Scott knows.
yeah, my
things
wife
about-
just had surgery with all that stuff.
See, my heart
But
goes out to her.
he's advancing into technologies with all this. He's progressing
All right.
in that.
They do have female
Share his info with the
Viagra.
world.
Yeah, I've seen
To be
that.
fair, Pfizer did, I believe, came up with female Viagra. I don't know what the difference is.
I want to know if gynecology is a word.
Gynecology.
You're just gonna
Isn't
have
it
to
a
wait to find
plant?
out. I'm not going to look
Is
it
that a
up.
plant?
Going in the Rizz dictionary.
Yep, gynecology.
Is that a native plant?
The study.
That's just the overall umbrella of.
Gynecology is a study of the vagina's
vagina.
brain. Write that down.
Anybody ever take an ED pill for fun?
No, I had a friend do it for fun, and I forget which one. It wasn't Viagra. It was, I guess, what was the other one?
Cialis?
Yeah, I think so. And I think he was talking about it for like a weekend or something.
Yeah, I
Which-
got a buddy who
which
keeps
freak-
trying to push it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which freaked me out because I mean, this was years and years ago, and I thought it was like, dude, you shouldn't be taking that if it's not prescribed to you. It freaked me out. I was like, dude, that's gonna mess you up. And he's
Me
like,
too.
no,
Like,
brother,
so
no.
I got a
We
buddy.
did
He's
it.
like, man, I got a prescription. He goes, if you want one, man. He goes, it's great.
Well, Blue
I
Chew.
said, I don't need it.
Blue Chew came out, and I remember this is back a few years ago when I was working on Mornings on Casey with you, man. You can ask them about this on Wednesday. They had a Blue Chew off. Carl the intern and John Hewlett had a Blue Chew off the day I was gone, where they took the Blue Chew and allegedly had
Wore sweatpants.
and wore sweatpants with each other
Yes, dude.
and had this whole experience on the air. So, and I
I'm
think
not going to ask about that because I don't want to. I don't want to know anything about that.
Oh, I do.
Is Blue Chew like
that's funny.
legit, or is that like over the
I think
counter?
it's like an over the
That
counter.
sounds for, like
Was-
a dog.
It seems like
that's having-
gas
was-
station, like
Yeah.
horny goat
Yeah,
weed.
honey. With ginseng.
I worked at a gas station for a long time, and guys would come in and like look around and be like, "I'll take some of that horny goat weed, dog."
Yeah, no, I've always been scared too because I read up on it like something wrong can happen.
Yeah, and if everything's working correctly, I don't think you need to mess with that.
Well, I
well,
think you guys
right.
are dumb, and then I've done it several times and
What?
had a good time.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, first time though, I took 100 milligram Viagra. Don't start there. Someone my buddy had a prescription. He goes, "Take one of these and just see."
But
how
does
your
it make
lady
it feel
feels."
better?
or is
For
it just
who?
duration?
It's just
Is it a
your-
duration thing?
And I think yes, it doesn't mess with duration necessarily, but there's a difference. But 100 milligrams is a lot. I felt like I got tunnel vision because all my blood vessels in my eyes were like.
Gerald says
My
rape
girlfriend
was,
at the time was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But I think it also like you can recover faster.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if you want to go all night.
Gerald says Rafe was pole vaulting in the bedroom.
Yeah. Because if you go to Mexico, Like you go to a resort, they sell it like at the.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because it's over the counter there.
Wow.
Like Viagra is over the counter. You don't need a prescription.
Well, if you don't need a prescription, then go for it.
Yeah.
I've always
when
been
you're down
scared
south.
I know. I was nervous for my friend. And he's like, "No, man, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great." He was talking about the.
You guys are too
So
worried.
this
I
whole
mean, it's
weekend-
not like it's not crack cocaine. You're not like gonna.
What if I get
one
addicted?
hit? I might get addicted,
No,
dude.
but I don't know any of the science behind it. And Scott's right. Like I thought, like, oh, what if? I mean,
Just a vasodilator.
I know, but I just thought, like, if it's something in the brain where, like, I'm leaking a ton of serotonin and all that, is it gonna make it more difficult naturally after
Yeah.
that? I don't want to spike nothing to be like.
If it's a
"Where'd
one-off
it go?"
thing, I guess, I don't know. I've always been, then I look at the side effects. I'm like, what if I have an erection that lasts more than 8 hours?
You would.
Am I going to go to a Mexican doctor?
Yes, you would.
Like, I got to wear a bathing suit later. What's
It
going
ain't
to
like
happen?
that though, man. You don't just like walk around. You don't just instantly.
No?
No, you don't just like instantly just get rigid and then just walk around pitching a tent all day. Like you still have to be like sexually stimulated. But I will say, don't start with the 100 milligram. That's my unprofessional, unsolicited, nobody listen to me opinion. But shouldn't be paranoid about it.
Well, Stephen on the instant feedback says, Lauren, please stop thinking all research and studies prioritize men. ED pills were found by accident.
Look, I'm just saying, it seems a little lopsided in the research bubble of things. It seems like, because that's all you hear. You never hear anything about suppositories to help women through menopause. And it's the same thing. Like, we get older, our sex drives will go away. Things actually physically start happening to a woman. And from what I understand, as a society, we are not promoting that on the radio as often as you hear about ED drugs. And I'm saying, it takes two to tango.
By the way, he told you to calm down.
I'm lit up. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started when I need those drugs, too. Imagine that. You hated me
You should
now.
just come up with a product.
I wish I could. I'm
What
not
great
smart
branding.
enough.
Learn
And by the
lube.
way, what were they trying to
Learn
figure
lube.
out when
Writes
ED
itself.
medicine was accidentally discovered? How'd that happen?
Yeah,
It was something to help with headaches or something, right?
I think it was heart medicine.
And just gave everybody boners?
Well, it's a vasodilator, which is in a lot of heart medicine, which it opens up your blood vessels to get better blood flow. So I think, I could be wrong, and I'm sure there'll be an email to let me know, but I think that it started in the heart medication department, and they were like, hey, check this side effect
Well,
out. The
you
side
want-
effect became the desired effect.
Uh-huh. You want to talk penis? Here we go.
Okay.
Let's talk it.
Men are paying $70 for a 3-page professional evaluation of their penis.
3 pages.
Yep, a 3-page professional evaluation of their penises.
So what do? You submit a picture.
Where they are assessed on criteria from length to aesthetics, like
Nice aesthetic down there.
how's it look?
Cool hat.
The website Aeronite doesn't hold back to spare anyone's feelings.
So it's Arrow Rocks and Arrow Night.
Aeronite,
Like this company's-
ERONITE. They advertise their service as a, quote, well-founded and honest evaluation, which could be tough at times. So there's a 5-member jury that evaluates a man's lower region based on 8 criteria.
Member jury.
And those criteria
Nice.
are thickness, length, shape, veins, aesthetics, glands, pubic hair, and testicles.
That seems like more than 5.
Well, I said 8 different criteria.
Oh, 8 criteria, 5 people.
5, it's a 5-member jury.
I feel like there should be an expert in each category. There should be a vein guy.
Yeah.
There should be a gland girl.
Where's the vein guy?
the jewelry?
Call in the vein guy.
Get the vein guy on this.
His name is Victor. Victor the vein guy.
Now, why would we need this?
Well, those
Kind of proving your point a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have
We're at this website
Well,
now?
so our participant will get a 3-page certificate costing $70 with the option to add a seal for an extra $20.
What? You can frame it.
So those seeking an evaluation must send in their, quote, best pictures as well as a self-assessment. Afterwards, for privacy reasons, they say all the pictures are deleted. The jury is headed by Aeronite's editor-in-chief, Mario Meyer. He's 47. And the other members are 2 authors, a psychologist, and a dominatrix.
Oh, good. At least one professional on that board. Good. So what would you So, dudes, you want to do this? Like,
They
you
said
send it
that
in and get what?
Most men are overconfident in how they believe their appearance looks. The guy, the editor-in-chief says, I think they're hoping for a good rating. You often see that in a self-assessment. It's almost never realistic. Most of them absolutely overestimate themselves. So they've evaluated the dongs of more than 150 men so far,
Okay.
majority of whom have wanted their certificate to hang on the wall.
Yes, of course. What I mean, as a man, like doing this, you just want to like make sure things are looking okay down there. Like you are not getting
I don't
any
know why you
feedback.
would do this.
Oh, it's for your ego, man.
Business card.
Yeah, it's for your ego. You put it next to your master's degree, and you have like, look at that. Look what I achieved. Look what I
Says here
scored.
you went to Cornell, and what's this one? Oh, that one? That's the officially sealed 8 categorically checked rating of my penis.
Uh-huh.
B+. plus.
Yeah, see,
Pretty good.
I dropped a point or two here, but I'm in the 90th percentile over here.
So they would say, like, hey, shave yourself. Make it look more presentable. Mm-hmm. So this is the thing you could do for $70.
You do know the presentation is key.
Presentations, you eat with your eyes first. Am I right? What? What?
What are we doing?
What is happening?
Oh, man.
I mean, can't you just ask?
I just
your
don't want you
partner?
looking at my chicken tender before it's cooked. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah. Presentation is key.
Gotcha.
You know, back to the money thing, man. Like, is it an interest thing? Are they catering to men because fewer men lose interest as the years go on, and women lose interest in a more regular way?
Of sex, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a stereotype.
I'm asking.
No, I know. I'm not. I'm just saying. I think like as far as the research, you mean? Like I don't know. I think that
This article said that 50% of women after their 50s are interested in sexual activity.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe it's because of the physical problems that women will develop through menopause. Because I mean, in my opinion, if it hurts having sex, I don't want to have sex anymore. Sadly,
I would.
if your penis hurt, you would still want to get crazy.
I've done it.
All right, he is the exception.
No,
I had
no,
sex
no.
when I had COVID.
Yeah, guys
A
will.
psychopath.
Right.
Guys
I
will
think
power
that is
through.
the issue. Is we just live. Men are obsessed with their penises. That's the real.
Well, clearly, there's a website.
And they know it. They know the market knows that. We live in a phallic society. I can see 9 penises looking out the window right now. That radio tower, those telephone poles, that sign, every building,
Everything looks like a
the
penis.
freaking Washington Monument,
Yeah, every tool has a name.
World Trade One. These are just monuments to the penis.
I think people are losing out on money because women care about everything
I
going on
agree.
down there. It's a mystical place, as we know in society.
I agree with you.
I just think that, I think the physical part of getting older has made women out to be, they don't want to do anything when they're 65 or whatever. And that sucks because I think it's just a physical problem, just like ED, and there needs to be more attention dealt to down there for
I
the
agree.
ladies.
I'm hoping scientists are on it.
Me too.
It's the same way. I feel like the inverse of that is men should take more interest in eye products. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
beauty products. They're not marketed to men.
And you
We're
got
marketed
bags under
below
your
the
eyes.
waist. You guys get marketed above the waist. We
Right.
need to flip the script.
Yeah,
Men need to start caring about their heads up here,
right.
and we need to start caring about what's going on downstairs with the ladies. Because where are you going to put that B+ penis? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking
I get it, Rafe.
I'm
Thanks for
supportive.
breaking it down.
The more you know.
It's difficult to dive into the dating scene when you're a single parent. You have less freedom to spend nights out on the town, and you have to sell somebody else on yourself and parent, and a parenting in progress situation. But that's a perk for some people. A new survey from dating.com shows that 60% of single women are open to dating single dads. And these women are less willing to put up with indecisiveness, uncertainty, and immaturity. So a single dad may be more likely to be stable and responsible and mature and are less likely to, quote, play games.
Hear me out. If I wasn't married to Tim and I was single, I would have no problem at all dating a single dad. Because I myself don't want to have kids, but I would love to share in that experience. Like, if be a stepmom to somebody, I think would be so much fun. So, yeah, I think that's completely right on.
Yeah, I think that's...
New development. I think.
I would like to see the ages of women who feel this way.
Yeah.
Me too, because I bet Moon was a young dad. I was a young dad. I ran into women who did not. It was a deal breaker. And they would straight up tell you. Because I think a lot of people are like, that's a guy thing. Only men care if a woman has a baby. And I'm like, no.
No, definitely not.
It was not.
But was it because maybe those women that you dated wanted to have their own children and maybe they felt
It
like
is
they
a thing, yeah.
couldn't
Maybe.
do that
And
with you guys? Or
Do you think Ted Lasso's switching us up at all or anything like that? Where it's a single dad that is on the market?
could be.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of pop culture things that are probably affecting you.
I went on a few dates, though, where I brought it up. And they were like, oh, yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Huh.
Like, okay.
All right, I guess we're done.
We were young. I mean, a lot of times it's young, so that's a lot of baggage for a young woman.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also think some women just straight up told me, like, it made them feel insecure because they wanted to have that first child experience with someone who was having their first child.
Yeah.
They didn't want.
And that's understandable, too.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, and when you're exiting a
little
relationship,
shallow.
yeah, when you're exiting a relationship that you did not expect to exit, guys, I'm sure just like gals. I mean, I certainly did. I felt like, oh, well, this is gonna be an uphill battle here, man. I got quote unquote baggage, and it's gonna be difficult. So those fears are legitimate on both sides.
Okay, yeah, it's a little shallow, but would you rather the honesty up front?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. 100%.
Honestly,
If you're
before
not
I paid for
interested
dinner
yet,
with
you know, and to be honest, I'm not shaming anybody that's not interested in that. You're interested in what's you feel is good for your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Just tell me right
I
away.
didn't take it personally. I just
No, yeah, not at all.
I was just like, oh, you're not even gonna try, like, check it out. You might have fun.
Listen, but when you do find that right person, then you guys, as a couple, go out and get one of these. When you find that one true love.
When you find the right person, when they look past the shallow fact that you're a young mom or a young father, or you have dried up lady parts or need to put some sort of cream on your penis in order for it to work. You go out and you get yourself the sex toy of the week. Bang & Bench Extreme Sex Stool. $129.95 at extremerestraints.com.
Yes. Hey, that's
I also drew your names on this one, like who I thought was who.
Oh my God.
That's like
Moon's
McAfee.
on top, Rizz on
Yes.
bottom, and King Scott's over to the side pitching the product.
Yeah, if you ever watched the John McAfee documentary.
Yeah, McAfee
and
would have loved that.
And he talks about the hammock.
Yeah. We're in it. Bang & Bench Extreme Sex Stool. Bounce up and down while you control the fun. Enjoy a solo pleasure session. Put on a show for your lover or get pleasured by them from below. The Bang & Bench gives you a springy seat to ride on while you use your toy or your partner's face. You have complete control of every thrust and grind. The included strap-on harness allows you to attach your favorite dildo, or if it has a suction cup base, you can connect it directly to the red razor bar. Remove the bar entirely to straddle your plaything's head. This stool is easy to assemble, made of durable materials, and discreetly slides under the bed or into a closet when not in use. Note, dildo not included, max weight 250 pounds. Well, I'm out. Crush somebody's head in this thing. Tina gets onto there. She have to go to Nyack. All right, reviews. Got 3 reviews for you of the Bang & Bench Extreme Sex Stool. Review number 1. Best cost-effective play furniture I've ever seen. Makes playtime so much more enjoyable. My lady can take so much more and has so much fun riding, bouncing, grinding, and playing.
While, yeah, and playing.
While fulfilling her every desire. I could hear my boss telling me to edit in real time.
Yes.
Left a little bit out of that. Kind of sounds like the beginning of Captain Kangaroo, if you think about it. Riding, bouncing, grinding, playing. All right, anyway. Wish there was a second toy slot, though, as she loves riding 2 at the same time.
Wow.
5 stars. Nice. Review number 2. I became tired of using a metal folding chair.
Oh, my God.
So the suction cup on my fake dongs would stick but slide around. So I thought I'd give this bench a try. I absolutely love it. It's comfortable to use, easy to grip onto, and be hands-free. There's so many different positions and possibilities are endless. But most importantly, the orgasmic feeling I have the whole time I'm riding my bang bench is what really makes me get there. Well, that and the fake dong. Great purchase. Glad I bought this toy for myself. Mark, 5 stars. Congrats, Mark. And this is probably my favorite review I saw. It was the only bad review of the entire thing. Spent 2 hours putting it together. Strapped on a 10-inch toy, my wife took one look at it and said, "You must be out of your goddamn mind." 1 star, Patrick S.
Aw.
Poor Patrick.
Try it out. But what does that have to do with the actual
I know.
device?
I love that he gave it 1 star because his wife didn't like it.
Yeah. That's not the toy's fault.
Right.
And
It's your
that's
wife's fault.
4.7 stars. He brought it way down.
He did bring it down.
Dang it.
There you go. That's the Bang and Bench, the extreme sex stool.
You work so hard to make everybody happy.
And you can't.
There's
and then
only
you got
one in every
Patrick.
crowd.
Then you got Patrick out there. 1 star Patrick. That's the sex toy of the week. All right, let's regroup. Your emails after the break. You guys want to play a little game after the break? We'll get some emails and have a little game.
All right,
try
let's
it
do
out.
it.
Take it.
It's 8:46. Just it's a game amongst ourselves. Scott, I'm going to need you in here for this.
Okay.
8:46. Monday, another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Looks like we got a lane blocked due to a crash 141 southbound after Heel Frick Expressway. And then we also have an exit ramp 70 westbound to First Capitol Drive eastbound lane blocked due to a crash. Look out there. Your point forecast, dry and low humidity with loads of sunshine today. High of 90, low of 63. Right now it is 71 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
I want to thank everybody for their Pork Steak Army logo submissions, which the deadline was yesterday.
Yeah.
So people are wondering, well, hey, when is the winner going to be contacted? Well, we're going to go over all the submissions today after the show, and then somebody from promotions will contact you. And maybe at some point this week, I don't know, soon.
Soon. We may announce tomorrow. Ooh. Just at least who won.
Ooh.
Because I'm leaving town.
Ooh.
Otherwise, it's got to wait till next week. We'll have to see what.
Well, we're going to go over them today, so.
We'll know today. When you know, we don't know.
Uh-huh.
So I hope that was clear.
Ones.
There were some really good ones.
And,
yeah.
Man.
It's going to be hard to choose.
Yeah. There are a couple that are really good. Like, really good. Mm-hmm. And I do love looking on social media, people sending you pictures of their pork steaks.
Yeah.
A lot of them look great. A lot of them don't look great.
Yeah.
So people need some help.
Yeah.
Just because you made a pork steak doesn't mean
not all babies are cute.
Yeah, doesn't mean it's a good looking pork steak. Yeah, some babies look like catcher's mitts when they're.
If you send me a pork steak photo, I'm going to give you real feedback.
It's like when guys are paying for their
it's like an inspection.
Penises to be evaluated.
Exactly.
Someone sent me one yesterday, and I enjoyed that they had set up a bratwurst perimeter around their pork steaks, a complete, like a moat. The pork steaks were in the center, and the bratwurst were on the flanks watching. I was like, this is a good encampment. This is a safe place for your pork steaks to cook. You set up bratwurst patrol perimeter. I like it.
Well, because I've seen some pork steaks come over just smothered in barbecue sauce. Oh. And I ask, what are you hiding? Yeah. What are you hiding with all this barbecue sauce?
I know that my opinion doesn't matter because I don't eat pork steaks anymore, but when I did, correct, I loved having them slathered up with barbecue sauce. So I'm of the people.
Well,
I feel like you're hiding something with all that barbecue sauce.
There's a reason she's vegan.
That's true.
She never had a good pork steak. Not enough to keep her on this side.
Yeah, not enough to keep her on the team. That's all right. We'll welcome you back at any point.
I don't mind a little when it's glopped on too, lazily, big globs everywhere.
I almost like if it's painted on.
Yeah, almost like a varnish.
Yeah, like painted on,
Yes.
not globbed on.
Yeah, like you clearly took a brush. You didn't just slop it in a pan full and it's lazy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I honestly, if you cooked it right, it doesn't need to be slathered in barbecue. Barbecue would be a little side, maybe a little dipping, just a little dipper. If it's done right.
If it's done right. All right.
Otherwise, I'm of your team. I think they're hiding something.
All right, so we'll go over those submissions after the show today. All right, before we get to your emails, I want to do this little game here. The game is called Think Fast. We played kind of versions of this, but it's a game just for us here in the studio. So it's Learn, it's Rafe, it's King, it's Moon. You guys are all playing against each other. First to 7 points wins.
All right.
All right.
Okay, nobody has to write anything down.
Well,
What's my handicap?
knowing
I'm
all
taking
this, we need
score.
score keeping.
Well, somebody keep score.
I got it.
All right.
Okay, Learn's gonna keep score.
Okay.
I'll be the banker.
Scott's the banker. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you a question, or I'm gonna give a statement. Like, name any show you could watch on HBO. You guys, your buzzer is you yelling at your name.
Learn 6 feet under.
Right.
Okay.
That'd be a point for you.
Okay, can I write that down?
No,
Oh,
does not count. But you can't say, you need to name it immediately.
fine.
So, like,
Name it immediately or name it immediately after you call on
immediately
us?
after I call on you.
Okay.
So I'll say, name a breakfast food.
Learn.
King.
I think
Oh.
Learn got
I
that.
don't think
Pancakes. Point for
Man,
me.
this is gonna be controversial.
Yeah.
It's going to be controversial because you need to turn your ears on, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna need to turn my ears on. I'm just hoping everybody's honest.
Or
I hope you're honest with us.
I'm gonna try to be as honest as I can.
It's very fair.
We know you have favorites
So
on
if
this
you
show.
if you go or hesitate, it's minus 1 point. Okay, if you hesitate, it's minus a point.
Fine.
This is going to go great. I know it.
This
First
is
to
already
7.
off the rails. Damn it. Again, I'm trying this out. I'm trying this game out.
Okay, hey.
All right,
open
we
mic.
got it. We got it. It's gonna be good.
well, if I know this group, there'll be no complaining or fighting.
Right.
No.
Here we go. This is for real.
Here we go.
Name something expensive that starts with a C.
King.
Learn.
King.
Watch.
Nope.
No.
What'd you say?
Learn.
Too big
With a
of a
C.
Ah.
Learn.
I didn't hear what he
No,
said
you
there.
can't steal.
What?
A casket.
Scott's minus 1
You
point.
went, what?
Scott's minus 1.
Okay.
All right.
I said name something expensive that starts with a C, and you just
You went
I just heard name something
went rogue.
expensive, and then I
You need
was
to
like,
listen.
I
Watch.
missed the last part what he said there.
Watch starts with a
Here we go.
C and
a food kids don't like that starts with an S.
Learn.
Moon.
spaghetti. My son hates spaghetti.
What?
Oh, I have kids, and one of them hates spaghetti.
As a kid, I
Hates
loved
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Dude,
SpaghettiOs?
Sardines.
whoa. How you gonna? How you gonna? That's a point against my family.
Jesus.
That's a point against my. And his name is not Jesus.
Kids love spaghetti, man. Come on.
The
What do
correct
you mean
thing
kids
is
love
spinach.
They're fun.
No.
Spaghetti's so
No.
much fun to eat.
They can't even,
course
it's
it is.
cute when they can't say it. Skitty.
Spinach.
Yeah.
Spinach.
Okay.
Good answer.
Yeah, whatever you say. Whatever you say, guys.
Something under your lawn
I've
that
got more
starts
kids than all you combined.
minus a point for Moon.
Oh.
Take 10 away because I don't want to be a part of this ridiculousness.
Here we go.
I think it's universally accepted that kids love spaghetti.
You're wrong.
Something on your lawn that starts with a D.
Scott.
Learn.
Scott.
Dog.
Okay.
All right.
What? Why is that an okay?
Hey, man, I
That's
said
a great
okay.
All right. Something people complain about regarding their neighbor that starts with an N.
Learn.
Learn.
Noise.
Oh.
Okay, the key to this game is say your name before the question's
Yeah, no
finished.
kidding.
Yeah, but
Hope
if
that
you
can get it.
hesitate, then you're minus a point.
Okay.
A cut of beef that starts with a T.
Brave.
Moon.
T-bone.
Okay. Got it.
Was that a cut of beef? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
A nickname for a tall person that starts
Brave.
with an F. See,
Starts with.
you got
No,
you
no, say it. Say
Minus
it.
one
you
for
got
Rafe.
minus one for Rafe. You got to at least let me finish.
Change the rules as it goes.
Okay, man.
Let's go.
I'm not trying to game you.
That's
I'm trying
cheating.
to beat them. Oh, they're doing it.
That's not the spirit of the game, Rafe.
Well, everyone's doing it.
Just because everybody's doing it doesn't mean
You're right, man. I got to be a leader.
Doing it because
I'm the captain of the Pork Steak Army. I got to set a good example.
A nickname for a tall person that starts with an S.
Scott.
Moon.
Skinny.
For a tall
I
person.
don't know, man.
Rafe.
No stealing. No stealing.
Slim.
Slim, that's it.
The Slender Man.
That wouldn't have counted either.
Shorty.
It's the same as mine.
Sweetie.
Okay.
Stilts.
Still,
Someone from
that's it.
Indiana might describe. Okay. Someone from Indiana might be described as this H word.
Moon, Scott.
Moon.
Hoosier.
Hoosier, yes.
Dang it, Moon.
Still not on the board. It's fine.
Yeah, you got 0. Here, just to check.
Score update, please.
King, Moon, and Rafe all at 0. I am at 1.
No, it's, real quick. I'm -1.
No, you're not.
You've had 2.
I'm
You've
either
had two
negative.
right.
I had 2 right.
No,
Why are
I
you
have-
questioning the score?
I'm not questioning.
You
I'm
had
making sure
spaghetti
we're
wong,
fair.
and then you just got one right. You're back to 0.
You,
But I
everybody's
thought he
at 0
took an extra
except for
one
me.
away from me. I'm trying to be
Well-
fair. I'm trying to lose a point here. I'm trying to be
I
fair.
don't think Lauren listened when he said that.
Well, I'm just making sure the judge knows that I'm not
Everybody's
trying
at
to
0 except for me.
squeeze
I'm
out a
at
point here.
positive 1.
0.
Here we go. A common dog's name that starts with a B.
Scott.
Scott.
Bruno.
There was pause.
You need to go right away.
But the dogs have paws, I thought.
You sound like you took a drink off of a Shasta before
You
you
need to
answered.
go. Something in your laundry room that starts with a T.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Towel.
Towel, yes.
All right, Rafe's on the board.
A name of someone not on our show that starts with a J.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Jason.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, Jason isn't on the show.
A branch of the military that starts with an M.
Rafe.
Scott.
Moon.
Marines.
Yes. Something you see in a parade that starts with a C.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Captain.
Captain of the parade.
Parade captain, yeah.
Horse
not
crap.
100%.
Well, there's
He
like
just did it.
marching band captain.
That's
Or-
Grand
Captain
Marshal.
of the
He Grand
parade.
Marshal.
Yeah, I was
Grand
Grand
Marshal.
Marshal.
Oh, look it up.
What?
There's captains in the marching band, I guess. That would be.
Get
Captains of the
rich
football
parade.
team.
Look it up.
spaghetti.
Parade captain. Just type in parade captain. And if nothing comes up, I'll eat
Spaghetti.
your shorts.
Parade captain.
I put in parade captain, and nothing happened except for there's a band called Captain Parade.
Nope, out.
It's a lie.
Something you don't get enough of that starts with an S.
Moon.
Yes.
Sleep.
That was a
Pause.
That was a
Pause.
breath. I had run out of breath before.
Come on.
Spaghetti.
A kind of tree that starts with a P.
Rafe.
Moon. Rafe.
Pine.
Yes.
That's a pause.
That was a
Pause. Everyone's called on.
That was a huge one.
He said it right when I
Be
said it.
reasonable.
I felt like it wasn't a pause.
That wasn't a pause.
Of course not.
What was to say? Of course
yeah,
Palm was right
I'm
answer,
not the
though.
only one.
All right, describe how your favorite food tastes with an A word.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
A form of participate. Okay. -1 for me, by the way.
Okay.
A form of precipitation that starts with an S.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Snow.
Yes.
That's a pause as well. You are not paying attention.
Bro, I have to be called on, right?
Yes.
Is that the rules? I got a point taken away for not waiting.
All right.
Okay, score check. Rafe is at 5 right now. Moon and I are at 1. King Scott at 0.
Oh, I'm definitely not at 1. I'm -1 by this point. I've lost a few more than that.
All right, here we go. Name a part of your body that needs shaving that starts with a P.
Learn.
Yes.
Hits.
Yes.
Nice.
Man,
And the right answer.
can't make me laugh.
I had high hopes for that one. I had high hopes for the dump button on that one.
A kind of a doctor that starts with a G.
Moon.
Moon.
Gynecologist.
Yes.
Woo! That was
Ooh,
quick.
Look at you.
No waiting on that one.
Something in a newspaper that starts with a C.
Rafe.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Cartoons.
Classified.
I'd say classifieds, and I stuttered, and then it was over for me.
Name anything red that starts with a W.
Scott.
Yes.
Watermelon.
Yes. Good answer.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of a lot of red W's.
Wow. Yeah, I had nothing.
Score update.
Scott at 1.
Thank-
Moon at 2. Rafe at 5. Learn at 2.
Okay. Name a local St. Louis restaurant.
Learn.
Learn.
Favazas.
Nobody had anything, huh?
That was I was waiting for the
Yeah, me
letter.
too. I was waiting for the letter.
Hey, man, I
Yeah.
was worried
Oh, well.
if I said anything, you were going to rule against it. So I'm staying safe.
I thought there was more
It's
to
a
that.
long game where 1 point can win if he just lets everybody dig their own grave. I like it. It's a good strategy.
Name something that's hard to keep clean.
Rafe.
Yes.
Oven.
Yes.
That's a good one. Rafe, you have 1 more point to get, and you win.
That's about as common of an answer as spaghetti would be for kids.
Yeah, but he said it.
What I'm saying,
you didn't.
Okay.
How many
I have
times are
nothing
you
to do with
cleaning
that.
your oven? Once a year?
Oh, my oven needs a good scrubbing.
Right.
Yeah, but
it's
what
always dirty.
Yeah, it's always dirty.
Yeah.
What?
You don't want to look
I'm
in
not
there.
sure what point you're just making.
Here we go.
Once
Here we
a
go.
year
Here we
means-
go. Here we go.
I don't know,
Here we go. Here we go. Name any old MTV show.
Learn.
Scott.
Learn.
Singled out.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
What was your answer going to be? I'm curious.
I was thinking the Rock Jock jams or whatever that was.
Rock Jock Jams.
Mine was
The games,
Yo
the
MTV
things
Raps.
you play?
You're talking about Rock and Jock.
Rock and Jock.
That was an album that they put out.
Jock Jams.
Jock
was an album.
Jams.
ESPN.
Yeah, the Rock and Jock.
Nobody knows what they're talking about right now.
Name any city in South America.
Rafe. Brazil.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, what a dummy. What a dummy.
Wait. Is there a city?
Off.
There's Brasilia. There's Brasilia.
That's not it.
There's Brazil.
No,
Missouri.
that's not it.
I said country.
Oh,
You're right.
wait a minute now. Brazil. Oh, nope. This is in Indiana. I'm sorry.
Oh.
This is in Indiana.
Wait, which is there a state in Brazil
Southern
called
America.
Indiana?
No.
I said a country like a dope.
Okay. Score update.
Score update. Let's see. King Scott 1, Moon 2, Rafe 6, Learn 4.
Well, Rafe lost a point.
Oh, when?
Just now.
Just now,
Just
you got
now.
the wrong answer.
Oh, okay. I'm
Are
sorry.
you keeping negative scores too, or this is off the?
This is off the rails.
This is off the rails.
We've
Yeah.
lost it.
We've
This
lost
is
it. But
it.
I just
I'm
did
pretty
it.
sure I'm negative
That's
3.
it. This next one.
I went back to 5.
Yep. Now you're at 5. I'm sorry, buddy.
This final question is worth 10 points.
Oh! All right.
The old King Scott bump.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Dang it.
here comes King Scott's moment, baby.
I like this.
Come on,
I
let's
like
see what
it.
happens. Let's see what happens.
No one else say anything. Let's try this.
Whoa. And it's a negative 10, too, right?
Ooh, yes, it
Put you in
is.
first or last.
Yeah.
Yes,
First
it
last.
is.
First last. Now I got to think of one actually.
Oh, no.
Think of a good amount of questions here. Okay.
Could be anything, guys. It's off,
Could
the
be.
top, it's off the top of Rizzuto's imagination.
Okay, ready? Name a mystical character.
Scott.
Rafe.
Scott.
Ghost.
Ghost is not a
Negative 10 for
mystical-
Scott.
It's not a mystical
Or actually, you're
character.
at negative 9.
Mystical character. Ghost.
Negative 9 is the
His face was like
What are we
like one of
talking
those
about?
cartoons that like shaped into a different face. He
How's
was
that not a mystical character?
real. Ghosts are real.
Ghost.
Ghost. You know, actually,
that's
no,
a
hang on. Hold up.
perfect
No,
ending.
actually, Jon Snow's dog is named Ghost, and he is a direwolf.
Thank you.
Which is a mystical creature. Hey, this is what is.
You're right. This
Thank
is what
you.
is. Let's give him that and
That's the bump.
penalize me for spaghetti.
Minus 10.
Minus 10.
No, give it to him.
Minus 10. Here we go. This one's worth 20 points.
20. You can come back
This
right
is
here.
worth
dude.
20
You
points.
can
Here
come
we go.
back
Here
and
we
You
go.
win.
still got a chance. There's no penalty.
Here we go, guys. Shh. Calm down. Calm down.
He
calm
just
down.
not play to
Calm
the
down.
last round.
Calm down.
Oh, man.
Name an action star.
Moon.
Moon.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Dang it.
Man.
All right, score.
Score. Final score.
Final score. All right, we have King Scott at negative 9,
Not bad.
Moon at 10, or I'm sorry, at 12,
Oh, I don't know.
Learn at 4, Rafe at 5, and Rizz at negative 1.
There we go. Congratulations. Moon, way
Moon's
to
at 22, right?
go. Way to go. All right, let's get to
He had 2, so 12.
let's get to some of your emails. RizzShow1057thepoint.com.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Emails are brought to you by Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes, your one-stop shop for all mailboxes. Needanewmailbox.com. Rizz team member of 2022. Love the new additions to the show. They definitely bring something new. I've been a mobile DJ since 2006. I'm 56 years old, and I've been contemplating on when do I want to stop being a DJ. I was raised on music, love music, probably why my nickname is The Rocker. My question is, what is your definition of being too old in the DJ world? When should this guy retire?
What kind of DJ is he? Is a mobile DJ?
Mobile DJ since
I
2006.
don't know. As long as people are hiring you, I mean, if you're making money, why stop?
Yeah.
How old is he?
56.
Did it feel to anyone else like The Rocker was a self-given nickname in that email?
Wasn't that a movie with
With
Dwight
Rainn
Schu-
Wilson.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, right?
I don't
No,
know.
that's Rockstar.
Oh, Rockstar was so good.
Great movie.
That movie is great.
It's probably why I'm nicknamed The Rocker. Are you?
I
Or
don't know,
did
do
you
you
put
think
that
there's
on
a-
the side of your van?
I
Do
say
you
if
think
you're
there's
enjoying
t-
it and people are hiring you, you keep going.
He should do
I agree.
lean into feeling older and the rocker, like, you know what I'm saying? Like like a rocking
The rocking chair.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm in the rocking chair rocking these tunes. Like I would just lean into it and make fun of
As long
yourself.
as people are hiring you, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're doing what you love, man, if you're enjoying it, who cares?
Right.
Who cares? And if you're making money at it,
Even better.
or, maybe that's not even important to you. If you enjoy it, do it.
Well, especially if you're making a living doing it.
Yeah, it seemed like he's making a living, right?
Sounds like it.
Or
Since 2006.
Can he branch out and hire other people and start a whole thing?
Right.
Like start a whole company?
Yeah.
And maybe that's what he's interested in doing. And
Wait, how old is he?
saying retiring.
56?
Yeah, he's saying retiring from actually spinning or pushing, whatever you're doing.
So what's that mean? He started at 40?
Yeah.
Dude, you already
crossed the rocks.
Yeah,
keep it
you
going.
already broke the mold by starting being a DJ at 40. What do you care that you're still a DJ at 57? That doesn't even make sense. Like, ride it out, bro.
Yeah, I like
enjoy.
it.
I mean, Willie Nelson's still playing
You
guitar.
chased your dream late in life, and I respect the hell out of you.
That's a great point.
Yeah, Willie Nelson's still playing music. Why don't you?
Dude's still touring as a musician in his 90s.
It's true.
You can do it.
Now, is there anything because of his age that he shouldn't DJ?
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if you were like trying to cater to a really young audience. Like I think being in the vein of like classic rock, and if you're a rocker, like that is totally your wheelhouse. That's gonna be cool as hell for as long as you want to do it.
Probably don't do a quinceañera.
Yeah, if you're trying to like, I don't know, play some younger music and you're not into it and you're just faking everybody out, I would say don't do that. It's not gonna go over very well for anyone.
Honestly, dude, ride it out for 3 more years, maybe, or so, and then move down to that place in Florida, the Villages or whatever.
Oh, heck yeah.
You could make a fat stack of money down there, dude.
Yeah, and get herpes. Next.
Sup, ladies?
What's that?
Hello.
Sorry, the Queen was feeling soft on Friday, but thought of a good idea the next time you get a good concert package or giveaway. Instead of the normal simpleton trivia, how about shortening the amount of questions down to 7 in 45 seconds and bringing the punishment of press your luck, you lose, your number goes out on the air.
We don't need to overcomplicate.
Just a thought.
What?
Do better, Rizz. Back to you. Steve from Troy.
Thank you, Steve. But you should know better.
I was on your side on Friday, and what we did on Friday was totally fine.
I think you're right. Next. Thank you, Steve.
Not everything, but yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Good morning, ladies and learn. I have never emailed you guys and gals, but I felt the needed to do this after this particular segment. Back on June 14th, sorry I'm behind on the podcast, you had a segment about banning certain phrases, and you decided to ban living the dream. As a military member for over 21 years that has spanned 2 career fields in the active duty Air Force, Air Force Reserve, and Air National Guard, this is a mistake.
When we banned the phrase living the dream.
That's right. I'm actually shocked that Rafe would even allow this to slide. If there is one thing that all branches of military can agree on, is to answer inquiries with as little detail as possible and to get people to go away. This phrase does it for us. Without the use of this particular phrase, we actually have to explain how we really feel about being on week 3 of a 12-hour day.
At this point, the phrase living the dream has become so cliched and has lost its meaning.
Yeah.
Hey,
Think of something else.
Andrew says, please reconsider.
I'm sorry, we're not
You are
reconsidering.
hamstringing about 1.5 million people with
We're
this
not
proclamation.
reconsidering. The phrase is dead. Move
The
on.
man,
It's a good-sized
Finish
audience
his
we're
thought.
losing.
I want to hear his argument because I can tell him how I feel. Is that it?
That's his argument.
That's it. That was the argument.
Well, we all know the correct response when you're in the military and someone asks how you're doing is out effing standing. And it gets the same effect. It's sarcastic. They know you're not outstanding. They know you don't want to have a conversation. It's the same. It achieves the same thing as living the dream without being a hack.
Yes.
So I have to say, and I think military people will back me up on this, out effing standing is always the response when you're like, how are we doing today? Out effing standing.
I would rather hear that in the hallway than living the dream.
Yeah. And you can say it, modulate your voice. That'll let people know.
You could throw in the F word if you want. Even say out effing standing. It's fine.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
there
I
are
would put
kids
the
present.
actual, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is military, so I'm assuming there won't be kids present.
Even out in the hallway here.
That's fine, but he was making the argument that we're taking it away from the servicemen and women
Right.
out there.
Right.
I think that there are other idioms in the military that can be used that are better than living the dream.
What branch was he in?
Air Force and Air Force Reserve and a couple other things.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service. Out effing standing.
For real.
One more, Moon.
Okay, heard the discussion about DoorDash tip and wanted to share my experience. It just happened a couple weeks ago. I ordered pizza on an app. Total ended up being just over $8 after I used some reward points. I picked to pay cash at the door. Delivery showed up, and I can tell pretty quickly that it's not from the pizza place. It's from, one of the other apps. Instead of the pizza driver. The delivery person didn't present himself very well. He was late. I gave the guy a $20 bill, and he just kind of looks at me, and I asked for a $5 back in change. He looks at me like I'm crazy, then yells back to the car asking if his friend has change. So after some awkward mumbles and seeming very confused on why he would bring change, I decided to just let him keep the $20 for an $8 order. After I start eating, I watched my doorbell camera just to see what the hell happened. I heard him cussing me out as I closed the door. Still, I'm just so confused why he would be mad at me. Adding the video, there are a couple cuss words. We watched the video. I watched the video. Did you watch the video?
No.
This dude didn't just say a couple curse words. There were some slurs in there, too.
Oh, damn.
Really?
And, yeah.
And this is a delivery person
Yes.
who's upset?
Yes, and the mumbles, he said after a few moments and mumbles, it was like a long bit of weirdness and very strange mumbles when this guy was like, should we have change?
Is this the one where the dude's shouting back to the car, asking someone else if there's change?
Yes.
This is a friend of mine. They sent me this one.
Is there an edited version
Love
of
the
this
show,
that
Ben.
I'd love to play along with the story?
It's cursing and slurs.
Well, we could have edited it up. I'd like to have an accompaniment.
There's a part where the guy says, if this is the same video, correct me if I'm wrong, where he's like, just give me a $5 back, man. And he's like, huh?
Yeah.
And then he's like,
He just
yelling at
stands
someone in the car, and he goes, finally the guy gives up, and he goes, you know what, man, just keep it. It's all good, whatever. And he goes, yeah, man, if I see you out, I got $5 on me, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, and he says,
goes,
I'll remember your face.
I'll remember your face. Yeah, so this is my friend. My friend sent me this.
Oh, so it wasn't bad.
No. It was just like a weird thing to
It
say.
was
And the guy's
really
like,
weird.
so then the guy seemed cool, but then when he shut the door, he just starts cursing him out for like, don't know why.
Really weird. So the question is, if you get an $8 order or something and you give him a $20, is it okay to ask for a $5 back?
Of course it is.
Yeah. That's a really good tip with that.
He even asked him in the video, he goes, how can you do a cash delivery and not have change? Because the guy's like, I don't have change. And he's like, well, how can you offer cash delivery and not have change on you?
Now, to be fair, since we're always trying to ask, like, what is the protocol here and how does it work? And we're basically talking to a lot of drivers out there. He said he got $8 on this pizza thing, but he used a lot of points.
Oh,
reward
so you're
points.
supposed to tip off of the
You're
original.
supposed to tip off the original price.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the
it.
rub here.
So maybe it was like $30 and he got it down
Yeah,
to
you're
8.
supposed to tip off the original price.
Okay, well, see,
But still, it's a
and
really good-
Then that is really the
Is that
response.
what happened?
That's why I included it here.
Maybe that's what happened.
He said that he got it down to $8 on the actual pizza company's app because
Yeah.
of reward points that he had. So it was not an $8 order; it was an $8 cost to him, but it wasn't an $8 order.
Yeah, that changes it. But
Yeah.
still, you're not supposed
Well,
to
the
curse
guy was, the guy was tripping out pretty hard afterwards. And then you could hear a girlfriend or a partner or somebody, and they could be like, get in the car, Leon, get in the
Well,
car.
and that could have been the third house in a row.
Get in the car,
That could have been the
stop.
third house in a row that stiffed him. And he's like, I've had it.
It could have
Yeah,
been.
but, I mean-
I'll be honest, this guy didn't seem all there.
How many boxes does the guy have in his hand?
Just that one.
So in order for that tip to not be worth it, he'd have to spend more than like 60, right? Something like that.
It was one pizza, it looked like, but
That's a really good tip.
That's
for
still a good tip,
pizza.
though.
What, $7?
No, he gave him 12.
Well, yeah, not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
No, but that's why it was weird that he's cursing on his way out. He got 12.
Well, because
Yeah, I
originally
get
he
it.
wanted the $5 back. All right. It's another friggin' tipping thing. Just got to build it in.
But
Gotta
hey,
build it in now.
But I bet you a lot of people when you
Well, I don't think we're all mature enough to handle this.
I bet you when you said, "Hey, man, you're supposed to tip on the original price," I bet you a lot of people didn't know that or aren't thinking that. So hey,
Right.
this is public service.
That is good.
Public service here. That's
We're
what we
here
do
for it.
here.
All right, we gotta-
always.
What? Always tip on the
We
regular
always
price.
tip on
We yell at each other and we help
whatever
people.
the OG price was, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. All right, we'll come back. Moon's got a quick sports report. It's 9:23. It is Monday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Looks like everything I was reporting earlier has cleared. Let's hope it stays that way. Your point forecast today, dry and low humidity with loads of sunshine. High of 90, low of 63. Right now to 77 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, we got a couple minutes left. Let's do some sports. All right, Moon, what do you got for us?
Well, with only one pick on day one of the MLB draft, the Cardinals went for the biggest slugger still available Sunday and selected Chase Davis, so the 21st overall pick. They've been watching this dude since he was in high school in 2020. Slumped a bit when he went to Arizona and didn't get much playing time, but the Cardinals have been eyeing him ever since. And he had a heck of a recent run to bolster some stats. Davis, 21, hit 21 home runs in his junior season at Arizona and 39 in the past 2 seasons for the third most in his school's history. CBC standout Nazan Zanatello, a shortstop, was selected 50th overall. He goes to Boston. And Bellevue East Xander Muth, a pitcher, was selected 67th overall by Pittsburgh. So congratulations to those guys. Cardinals scored in the 9th inning and 10th innings to scratch out a win on a day where the defense nearly cost them the game, and it looked like they might squander a strong starting pitcher performance, thankfully, from Steven Matz in his return to the rotation. Instead, they held on for a 4-3 win over the White Sox in 10 innings in the final game before the MLB All-Star break and the series finale of a 3-game set in Chicago. All-Star break time happens now.
All-Star game is tomorrow. Home Run Derby tonight. Anybody going to be watching?
Nope.
I want to.
No, only because I'm busy.
Maybe. If I remember, it's
What
on.
network?
Yeah, where's the broadcast?
ESPN.
Okay. The subs continue to shine for St. Louis City SC. Between injuries and a busy schedule, City SC's roster has been getting in a lot of minutes, and they've been taking advantage of the time. Michelle and I talked about this on the Soccer 101 podcast with Coach Carnell a couple weeks ago. That episode is up. And he was talking about that deep bench. Aziel Jackson made his third MLS start, got his first MLS goal Saturday. He got help from Akil Watts, who had started all of his 4 MLS games and passed the ball on the play to Jackson for his first assist. Thanks to them, City SC ran its winning streak to 3 games with a 1-0 win over Toronto on the road and maintained its hold on first place in the Western Conference, still top of the Western Conference. 3 points up on Seattle, 5 on LAFC. Not only that, City SC also has the second best record in the league, and the team got there with 2 of its top offensive players hurt and a couple guys who were playing in the MLS Next Pro last season combining for the goal. Next up is LAFC Wednesday in LA. Following a dramatic 2-2 draw in extra time, the U.S. men's national team utilized 2 penalty kick saves from Matt Turner to defeat Canada 3-2 in a shootout. With the win, the USMNT advances to face Panama in the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup semifinals on Wednesday, July 12th at Snapdragon Stadium. That's in San Diego, California. The winner of the U.S.-Panama game on Wednesday in San Diego advances to the championship match on July 16th against Mexico or Jamaica. The title game is set for Inglewood, California. The U.S. has reached 12 straight Gold Cup semifinals since the Americans were eliminated in the 2000 quarterfinals. So that is exciting. It's a big week for soccer for us. I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because whatever, dude.
I do want to play this piece of audio. So something happened in Major League Baseball on Saturday that hasn't happened in 50 years.
What's that?
Anybody know? And maybe, Scott, you follow baseball a lot. This Reds rookie, Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh, my gosh.
This kid is...
Yeah, what he did on Saturday, ridiculous.
This kid is insane.
He's the coolest.
So he hit a single in the 7th against the Brewers, then proceeded to steal second base, then he stole third, and before another pitch, he stole home.
No way.
And if you watch the pitchers is sitting there kind of dawdling around, and he reads it beautifully, and the pitcher is just so
That's
bummed.
awesome.
And I love the play-by-play here. Listen to this.
He takes off again. Pitch down and in. Fade throw. There's no chance. 2 steals.
De La Cruz had already looked a couple of times at Brian Anderson, knowing that if he got a jump,
He's going home. The throw. And he stole home. The most thrilling man in baseball stole second, third, and home.
And right after that, the announcer had a heart attack.
I got to say, I saw that happen in person in Busch Stadium with Vince Coleman. I saw him steal second, steal third, and steal home in the same game. It was one of the most exciting moments of my little kid sports life.
But was it all in one play?
I don't think it
like
was
that?
in one play, no, but it was in the same game, second, third, and home. And when he stole home, dude, I thought I saw a lightning strike, like right in front of me. It was the coolest freaking thing I'd ever seen. And remember, I was a big Vince Coleman fan.
Yeah.
And I was there. I was
It's
like,
so rare somebody steals home.
And
dude.
especially this guy, Vince
special.
Coleman's what, maybe 6 foot, 6'1". This guy is 6'5", and
Yeah,
he
this guy's
is
good.
probably the fastest guy in baseball, if not in all professional sports, and just the man. Like
Yep.
him and Shohei are the kings right now of baseball.
Yeah. All right, we got to take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Monday in the books, guys.
Yep.
That's right.
We're done. Today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse. St. Peter's is your summer barbecue headquarters, Highway 70 and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. Everything we covered on the show today, we played 3 and 5. We played that Think Fast, where you had to think fast. And, so
It went all right.
there were no arguments, no
went all
controversy in the judging or the scorekeeping or anything. We did a masterful job of being
As
gentlemen.
always, guys.
Flawless.
Check it out on the podcast. The podcast title today is Full Frontal Dudity. You're going to get a lot of sexy time fun facts as well, including what men are paying for. Professional evaluations of their penis. There's a website judging various criteria from length to aesthetics and providing a 3-page assessment. Yes, the 3-page assessment that you can have laminated, framed, and hung next to your master's degree. There's also a over-the-counter gel now for ED. There's a lot of dude
ED talk
stuff in the
More
Sexy
than
Time
usual.
Fun Facts. Yeah, Full Frontal Dudity.
Yeah.
That's the podcast title you're looking for. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz.
Thank you, Moon. Anybody have anything else?
Man, I just thanks to everybody that was out at El Mostero. All the positive social media support. It was freaking sweet. It was just a perfect weekend of a lot of fun. Everybody that supported Rafe out at the comedy thing that happened this weekend with Steve's Hot Dogs.
Yeah, it was great.
Everybody in the room that went and supported everybody except for
Thank
you,
you.
King Scott.
Yep.
Hey,
No,
supportive
just
of our
thanks.
town.
Thanks to St. Louis. Proud to be here.
He's gone to Cabo. He had some hacking to do.
That's right.
I know. He was busy.
Just a ton of condoms he had to buy. He had,
right.
just bought
Heck yeah.
condoms
An
for
ED
every.
gel.
Beekeeper outfit to wear on the beach
Practice safely.
so he can enjoy it.
You heard about that ED gel? He was gonna-
Just went to every Walgreens in the area, just loaded up on condoms. That's it. I got you, Scott.
hey, I'm gonna have a good trip, man.
Your smile is so good.
Hey, man, you only did Cabo once, man.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member of the day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From St. Charles, Sarah Dillard is our Team Rizz member of the day.
Sarah.
And Sarah wants to hear this song. Here it is. And we will see you tomorrow. Done and next. Bye.
Energy up.